downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on a beautiful okay. What a day to be alive, on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What a beautiful day to be alive. I can't believe I'm alive after last night.
Do you not listen to Ben when he brings it in?
What? What did you say?
I'm gonna let you try to figure it out, Kyle.
It's a beautiful day to be alive here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What a something.
Should we give you the first word?
What is the first? It's not what?
You need like by a vowel type of thing. Ready?
Yeah.
It's.
What do you mean it's? I already had it's. What a okay. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What a beautiful day to be alive. It doesn't say what a great day to be alive.
Let me know when you want the next word. This one might give it away.
It's a great day to be alive.
And then?
On Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm Ben Brust.
You're forgetting the day of the week.
Oh, it's a great Friday to be alive.
Oh, my God.
It's a great day to be alive on this Friday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right, let me try this again.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Strofe, that wasn't supposed to be on the air.
Oh, my bad, Kyle. It must have slipped through the cracks.
What do you mean slipped through the cracks? Well, it's a great day to be alive on this Friday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. No Ben Brust, and we're already off the rails 2 minutes going into the show. I am Kyle Wallace. He is Brad Nortman, a longtime NFL punter, Wisconsin punting legend. What's happening today, Brad?
Feels good. It's Turn Up Friday. I'm excited to, bring the weekend in strong. I will say, I'm not going to say, I'm going to ask you. Because last time it was just the three of us with no Ben, it was indeed Turn Up Friday.
This is the Friday Turn Up.
That's exactly right.
And based off that's why you did not get a text message this morning saying let's turn up today, because the way that you turned up was not a way that KBN Nation truly wanted to turn up.
However, I would like one more opportunity. I'm asking my lead co-host today if I can have one more opportunity, because I heard a song. It was a banger. And I want to bring it to Turn Up Friday.
Now, you know I'm soft on you, Bradley. So you know what? Because Brad Nortman is my guy, I'm going to give you one last chance. The last time we gave you one last chance when it came to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? I mean, it was a complete debacle, and you got fired for months.
Oh, no, okay. This is not. Stroke's gone rogue. Stroke's gone rogue. This is not the song. This is not the song. Although this song does turn up, this is not the song. I'm going to request it to be in from the next break. That's how you know it's going to be. However, this song does turn up. I'm sorry, but it's in the lyrics.
Let me just do something here. ESPN Wisconsin, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube. Go to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or go to ESPN Madison on YouTube so you can watch and stream us live today, because we got a lot of great things to get on instead of turning up on a Friday. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Alex Strofe holding it down as the producer. I just want to reel y'all in. What we not finna do is this. The last time I led this dang show, we lost control. People were begging for Ben Brust. They didn't think there was any way that they would ever miss Ben Brust, and they missed Ben Brust. We're not going to have that today. I'm not going to have Ben Brust come back and have any type of joy of saying, fellas, did you miss me? No. Let's get it together. None of that turn up on the weekend stuff. I want a real request that's really going to get us shaking, vibing, moving, and lit and turn up, Brad.
I got it. I got the song that I'm going to tell Strofe in from next break. It is a legit turn up vibe song. It's good.
And Strofe, you limit the oh wows and A's today. We ain't got time for that. Don't send us in the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Don't send us in that way.
Hey, you were turning up though last night, though, right?
Oh my gosh, I was turning up. I was turning up last night, fellas. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but we didn't get to talk about it yesterday on the show. But your boy, I was up late. I'm getting old. I'm like to the point now where I can't open up my eyes at 10:30 sometimes at night. But last night, your boy, he was free last night, and he went to become a member of the Beehive, temporary member of the Beehive. And for those who don't know,
not permanent.
Oh hell no! But for those who don't know what the Beehive is, it is Beyonce. She was in Chicago last night, Soldier Field. Your boy was there. There was a 3-hour delay for the concert. Did not start to 10:15. Did not end till 1 a.m. And let me tell you, I was up there. I was having a great time. Great time at the Beyonce concert. But I'm here because I care about KBN Nation. I do. I absolutely care about KBN Nation. And my biggest takeaway is she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. I love me some Michael Jackson. I love Michael's music more than her.
She's the GOAT?
There is not one artist on the planet Earth, not one artist on planet Earth that is better than Beyonce. Not one. Not one. Y'all might like Taylor Swift. Some of y'all might like Eric Church. Some of y'all might think Michael Jackson. There is no one on planet Earth that is a better performer than Beyonce.
So I've never seen Beyonce. I could imagine why she'd be in that conversation. You said Eric Church. He's the guy I've seen most. I've seen Eric Church probably 6 times. He is unbelievable. Now, it is interesting, right? At the same venue, at Soldier Field, in 2018, when Lexi's sister was much younger, she was like maybe 10 at that point, we took her to go see Taylor Swift on her tour at that point. My mind was blown. My mind was absolutely blown. And I know that she's like done 2 more massive tours since then to even bring up the game. So I don't know. I feel like you might need like a 1 weekend Taylor Swift, the next weekend Beyonce, and see who does it better. I'm no
sounds cheap.
I'm not.
The bracket for it, not me.
I'm no Swiftie, but boy, that was something else.
800-990-3776. Just off the rip here, what's the best concert you've gone to? Because for me, I don't know if I'm just high off the fact that I went to her concert yesterday, and I am not a member of the Beehive. I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce. I enjoy her music. I appreciate her music. I'm telling you this right now. I love the concert, and I think Beyonce is the greatest of all time, y'all.
How many wardrobe changes does she have?
Oh, probably like 7.
It's
7 in
It's crazy to me that you can like leave stage, be right back.
Kyle, I'm gonna let you finish. But Taylor Swift had the greatest tour of all time.
Yeah, I don't care what people say. She's not a better singer than Beyonce.
I'm
gonna
let you finish. Performer. But Taylor Swift had the greatest tour of all time.
The show wasn't better. I can tell you. I'm just telling you. Taylor can't hold anything to Beyonce. Both great.
Taylor Swift performed for 3.5 hours uninterrupted.
She performed 3 hours. She didn't do 3.5. Thank goodness. But something else I noticed yesterday, fellas. I don't know if y'all noticed or not. I hate the Chicago Bears, and I hate Chicago. Down is the shocking. Strofe looks puzzled on his face. I hate everything Chicago. Even all I did when we were driving down there, I complained. Oh, the Chicago traffic. Oh, I hate the city. Oh, look at all these people. Oh, I hate everything Chicago. Oh, this old, stupid state. I hate everything Chicago. But I'll say this one thing, is that Lambeau Field is historic. Lambeau Field is a great place. But Lambeau Field ain't got nothing on Soldier Field when it comes to one place, one thing. You know what that is?
What could that be?
Seats. What are we doing? What? I didn't realize other stadiums had real seats for people to sit in, not bleachers. Being a Wisconsin Badger fan, it is a luxury to have a seat that has a little back cushion on it. Like, I thought that was just normal. I go to Soldier Field, I'm like, oh man, this is comfortable. I look up, everybody has a regular seat. What are we doing here?
I got a question for you. So I agree. An actual seat that folds up that you can sit in, armrest, maybe a little cup holder. You can't beat that. Actually, it's pretty criminal to be on a flat, cold bleacher, aluminum bleacher.
You
for 3
pay
hours.
all that money for that?
Yeah. However, Kyle, what if I told you though that those bleachers, they're about 8 inches smaller than the seats, right? The seats bump it out. So what if you have to take the capacity of Lambeau from 77,000 down to 65,000. You say 13,000 people, you got to go.
Take it down. Take it down.
Wow.
Take the capacity down. 100% take it down.
Wow.
I was so comfortable yesterday. I hated it. I hated being in a stadium that it's just seeing Chicago Bears stuff. But I'm telling y'all, they have us beat, and they can't beat us on the football field consistently, and they lose to us quite a bit. They beat us for the first time in years. But they got us beat with them seats. I guess they got to be comfortable when they're getting them butt whoopings.
You know what the irony is? A game, you're probably sitting in the seat most of it, but at a concert, you're probably standing the whole time, right? I mean, you stood?
I mean, I stood a lot, but I am old and I'm not a Beyonce. I like Beyonce.
You sat down?
Sometimes, yeah. There was moments that she let you sit because she was doing a visual and people sat down. And I wasn't so quick to stand up every single time because, it was midnight.
Did you do one of those things where, like, if you didn't know the song and you looked around and are other people sitting down?
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you, Brad. I'm going to tell you this right now. I felt like the oldest man there. I felt like a dad. My girl loving it. Her friends loving it. We love Beyonce. Quit me. I'm sitting there like, I like Beyonce, but I got my arms crossed. I'm rocking. I got my hands in my pockets, rocking, hand behind the back. No.
Hand behind the back.
Hand behind the back,
that's
rocking.
An ultimate dad.
I mean, I'm just like, ooh, okay, yeah, all right, well, yeah, here we go.
Wow.
Here we go.
At any point, did you think about leaving before the concert was legitimately over? Because it starts at 10.
She played 44 songs last night.
44?
Yeah,
That's insane.
When I tell y'all that this show and this concert, and I see people on the talking text line, 800-990-3776. I went to see Beyonce at her Cowboy Carter show last night at Soldier Field, Soldier Field's trash, but the seats much better than Lambeau seats. I'm telling you this right now, much better. But after seeing this concert, this show, I want to know the greatest concert you ever saw, because for me, the GOAT is Beyonce. I don't care. I see people talking about Josh in Heartland said Justin Timberlake at Pfizer was phenomenal. I'm sure it was fantastic. He's not the GOAT. Beyonce is. I see somebody talking about I'm dating myself. Best concert I saw was Whitney Houston. I'm sure it was fantastic, but she ain't the GOAT because Beyonce is. Somebody, Tim said, hey, Springsteen, true American patriot. He sure is a true American patriot, but you know what? He ain't the GOAT either. The GOAT is Beyonce. But these concerts, I'm sure, were amazing that everybody's listening.
Yeah. The best one I've ever seen. I don't know if I can distill it down to one. I would say I've seen Bruce Springsteen. Same thing. It's amazing, right? All these great performers. So you're talking about Beyonce going for 3 hours straight. Taylor Swift, 3.5 hours straight. Eric Church, Bruce Springsteen. They all go for 3+ hours uninterrupted. It's unbelievable.
Unreal.
So Bruce Springsteen's up there for me. I saw the Rolling Stones. They were awesome. I saw that same Justin Timberlake concert. They're so good.
Oh, man, these are rolling in. They are good. Concerts are great.
Yeah, what amazes me is, like, we sit back and we look at how amazing it is for professional athletes to do what they do, right? It's amazing. Y'all know I can't sing. I can't dance. I might sing better than I can dance, and I sing horribly.
Oh, that's rough.
So the fact that someone like Beyonce or all these people can sing and dance at the same time and be the best in the world at both is unbelievable for, like I said, 3 hours.
To be able to do it in their 40s as well. Tim on the talking text line, 800-990-3776. That is the carbless talk and text line. List is more. Again, 800-990-3776. He said, is Kyle high? Is Kyle high? Yeah, it's Kyle high. Yeah, I'm high off Beyonce. High off the concert of Beyonce. And I want to know, what is the best concert you have ever been to? And for me, when I look at sporting events versus concerts, I'm not going to lie to you. I love going to sporting events. Oh, concerts beat sporting events.
I actually agree.
They beat them.
You can't walk away dissatisfied from a concert unless they're horrible. And almost is never the case, right? They are big-time performers for a reason, and you always walk away satisfied. If you go to a Packer game, they very might lose. So you might have a good day, but if they lose, the whole experience is ruined. At a concert, man, you look at it and you say to yourself, that was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for more. And that if you were going to choose between being like an artist like Beyonce or being like Tom Brady, like another GOAT.
I'm an artist. Give me an artist.
I know. To be an artist would be awesome.
I'm looking at the crowd yesterday in the stadium like, dang, they all here to see Beyonce. Like, that's crazy.
Can you imagine writing a song and then performing a song and 100,000 people are singing alongside you?
That
would be crazy.
Stroke was playing all the old classics.
Well, I'm looking at her set list from last night. At one point last night, she went from Texas Hold'em, which is the country song, to this song, Crazy in Love, to Single Ladies, which I played before, to Love on Top, to Irreplaceable, to If I Were a Boy, to Jolene, all back to back to back to back to back to back. That's a good set list alone, and that's not even 25% of it.
And If I Were a Boy, killed it. And then going to Jolene. I was like, dog, it was great. I mean, just from that.
Would you say most people were like country fans there, or like old, or is it everybody?
No. Let me tell you something about these Beyonce fans. They are Beyonce fans. Beyonce can make a grunge rock album, and they would be Beyonce. I'm dead. I'm dead. My girl hates rock. But let me tell you something. My girl hates country. She said, I hate country. I can't stand country. Yeah, turn it off. She hates country. Beyonce makes a country album. My baby girl had on boots. Had on her little booty shorts yesterday.
Come on.
Had on the tank top. My girl was dressed like she was ready to go to a nice little dance at some dance rock or some country bar. Yeah, a little Tim McGraw, or go do a two-step somewhere. But she was going to see Beyonce. I'm telling you this right now.
That's influence right there.
That is influence as well. 800-990-3776. Again, that is the Carbless Talking text line where Liz is more. I see some of you guys sending in the best concerts you ever attended. After yesterday, I attended the best concert I have ever been to, and that is the Beyonce concert. And I am not a huge Beyonce fan, but I do appreciate her music. And as Strofe said, that set list that he went through, incredible and amazing. Done with this. On to talking a little bit about the Green Bay Packers, because there is something that Bradley Nortman said earlier today about a quote about leadership that he just has to share, and how this quote of leadership could lead to exactly what the Packers' end might be for their season this year. Keep it locked. You got to hear what Brad has to say on the other side. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Tailgate season, company victory party, don't let your event fall short. V Private Bar Services delivers the winning play with expertise. We're talking custom cocktails, top shelf service, and an atmosphere that'll have your team pumped. Forget the watered down beer and basic mixers. Get the VIP treatment for your corporate events with bartenders who know the perfect pour. V Private Bar Services, where elevated hospitality runs through our veins. Explore vprivatebar.com and leave the mixing to us.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockeronthelake.com.
Brewers fans, this is your chance for you and your crew to cheer on our crew while they're on the road this summer. Visit brewers.com/ExploreMN to enter for your chance to win Game Day Getaway Sweepstakes. Presented by Explore Minnesota. One lucky winner will receive 4 tickets to the games on July 21st and 22nd in Minneapolis, 2 nights of hotel accommodations, and a $1,500 Visa gift card. Don't wait, the sweepstakes ends May 29th. No purchase necessary. See brewers.com/ExploreMN for official rules.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so that you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is the Friday Turn Up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Is this Wookie?
This is Wookie.
Okay, Wookie's a DJ.
I guess so. I heard it on a Peloton lift.
Of course you did.
I was doing a Peloton
That makes
class.
Wait.
I was doing a Peloton class.
Is it Peloton lift or Peloton bike?
They have a whole different stuff, all different stuff. Yeah, a guy leading like a lifting class. So I did a lift. And the song came out. I said, "Oh, okay,
this is good. All right, Brad.
Yeah,
I got
so
you now."
Myself slightly.
You significantly redeemed yourself here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He is Brad Nortman.
Felt like the beat was about to drop there.
And
I did too.
Oh,
okay. A little bit, just a little too early.
And that is Alex Strofe.
DJ Strofe.
I'm sorry, DJ Strofe, who doesn't know the drops. DJ Strofe. And again, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. On the other side, we were just talking about the fact that I went to the Beyonce concert, and I had a lot of observations. One of them, I was at Soldier Field, and I like the fact that they have stadium seats over bleachers. They got us beat on that, y'all. I got to admit that. And then also I wanted to know, what was the best concert that you all went to as well? 800-990-3776. You guys sent in some great texts on the Carbless Talking text line. Bob Marley from Ernie in a Barn in 1980 at the Coliseum in Madison as well. That's super dope. Luis said Taylor Swift and Indie Airs Tour, the real GOAT, Luis Pato.
Oh, Luis.
Luis, I'm telling you, go buy tickets to Beyonce. You gonna love Beyonce this weekend. Go, she got 2 more shows, and I'm not a Beyonce fan. Go buy those tickets. Justin said best concert was at Summerfest. Outkast, Ludacris, and Twista. I like that.
Interesting.
And then the funniest one here is somebody said, John in Milwaukee said, so were the tickets $299 or did you spend $3 on baby girl? I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her. How y'all think I got these tickets?
Why don't you let us know, Kyle?
I know the answer, otherwise I'd guess.
I know the answer as well.
Y'all think I spent that money? I mean,
of course not.
The funny story, before we transition on to leadership, because we got to talk about this. So the funny story is, again, I live with a member of the Beehive. My girl loves Beyonce. It is what it is. And the tickets went on sale because Cowboy Carter, she announced it. She said, oh my gosh, Kyle, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, she's coming to Chicago. Can we go? You know what I told her?
Hell no.
I said, baby, we already saw her. Ain't nothing going to change. We saw her a couple years ago in Las Vegas. No, we can't afford to do that. We ain't going to see Beyonce. And then, lo and behold, one of her friends gave us we're not engaged yet. And I told him no refunds, but, hopefully one day, because that's my baby girl. He said, this is your wedding gift. I said, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, early wedding gift.
Very early wedding gift.
I said, no refunds.
Not too early, but.
No refunds, buddy.
Wow.
No refunds, but we ain't got to worry about it.
I must be a good friend.
So you got him for free.
You know what's up.
I do wonder, though, when you guys do get married, it might be a year or more away, right? Would you still expect something from him? I still would.
No, I don't.
After all that time?
No.
You think he's gonna write in the card, your wedding card, hey, by the way, remember I got you those tickets. Congratulations.
Bradley, I don't know if you know how much these tickets cost to these concerts. Strofe, can you do something for me? Can you just look up? We sat in section 200, the club section, level section, section 200 for Beyonce at Soldier Field on her first show for Chicago. She's doing 3 shows. She did
in a row.
She's doing Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and sold out. Wow. That's what I told Beyonce.
That's actually pretty impressive.
She did like 3 in LA or 2 in LA.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Sophie, let me know. So what are the price of the ticket in like a 200 level for the Saturday show?
Do you have a specific section?
Section 208 was actually our section that we were in.
208. I've got tickets here. $446 a ticket.
What?
Before taxes, probably too, huh?
That would be correct. And I am on Ticketmaster, which means you can add $100 a ticket.
So he bought 4 of them things, and he gave us 2.
That's way too generous.
He spent at least a G on you and baby girl last night.
That is way too generous.
So that's why I said, I said, hey, no refunds, and hey, I'm not gonna. I gave him so many hugs last night. You know how many hugs I gave him? I said, come here.
How many times did you say thank you?
Come here. I said thank you plenty times. I said, give me a hug. I gave them both hugs. I said, come here.
Did you buy him drinks?
So I wanted to.
God,
no,
free tickets.
Wait.
You must have bought at least a couple rounds.
So
Kyle,
come on.
So just understand, KBN Nation. What happened is that the concert got delayed by 3 hours. So when it gets delayed, everybody goes in different places, and they didn't show up until literally probably 10 minutes before the concert started. So the concert started at 10:15. They got there at like 10, right? And when they got here, you don't know when it's going to start at this point. You don't want to get up and miss the start. So
where were they?
They went back to their hotel room because he flew in town for this. He flew in town. He's not even
from where?
He flew from the West Coast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he's from this. Well, he went to school at Madison, so flew in from the West Coast. Got a friend, and we all went to the concert. And I wanted to get them drink. I was gonna offer them. They wanted food, but they get there, you talk and all this, and then all of a sudden, because the lights went off, and I was like, oh well, there we go. And I'm not gonna get up.
Well, yeah, but
you had the span of 44 songs to buy around.
Yeah, you say, you know what? We're 3 songs in. Hey, who wants something? Who wants something? You want? I got you.
Excuse me.
I got you.
I can't waste his tickets. I got to sit in this seat and watch the show.
You treat him a little bit.
I wanted to.
Did you leave to go to the bathroom?
No, I didn't. I don't move during concerts. I do not leave.
Did they leave to go to the bathroom?
They did, but I didn't know.
Take my credit card. Get anything you want.
I felt so bad because I did not notice he had left, and so I'm sitting there watching, and then I turn. I said, "Oh no, Brian's gone." I said, "Well, where'd he go?" And so and he comes back. What does he come back with?
A drink.
A beer in his hand. I said,
"Oh,
damn
Kyle,
it!"
Dang, man.
I said, "Dang."
You say, "Oh man, hey, next time, I got you."
So we
did you even offer? Did you even offer?
I didn't get a chance to. When they came to the seats, they already had drinks in their hand. And then when he left, I didn't know he was gone. He came back with a drink in his hand.
Oh my God!
And so I couldn't do it. And so what we did do is Apple Pay. I don't have an Apple phone. She said, "Should we send them money?" I said, "Yeah, send them some money." She said, 100. I was gonna send them 50, but she sent them 100 for the drinks.
So that was supposed to be an after the fact. Hey,
thank you.
I know you bought some stuff.
Yeah, bought drinks, and I was gonna offer y'all want me to buy some food, and these prices were high. Drinks was like $23.
Sure.
So I was willing to pay for it. But, the way things work, they came too close to the show. I can't waste their tickets. I can't be in the bathroom with Beyonce's performance. That's a waste of his $400, $500.
And it was baby girl's idea to send the money.
I told her I felt bad, and then she immediately said, "Should I send the money?" I said, "Yes." Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a little bit redeemable.
Yeah.
But if baby girl wouldn't have brought it up, would you have done it?
Yeah, I would have found a way. I mean, I'll be honest. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it as quickly because I was driving home 2:00 in the morning. You're not thinking straight, right? I need to be thinking straight, So
that's pretty late.
But yeah, so will I be asking them for a wedding gift? Absolutely not, because the tickets were more than enough. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line, and it looks like Bees from Milwaukee wants to take shots at me. What's up, Bees? You're on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What did I do now?
Well, Kyle, I just had to listen to the story. So you didn't want to go because you saw her in Vegas a couple years ago at the same show, but then you wouldn't get up to go buy them drinks.
Well, it was a different show. That I saw the Renaissance. This was Cowboy Carter.
Right, but you told your baby girl when you initially said you didn't want to go that it would be the same show.
Yeah, I did. That was an excuse to tell her we ain't buying these tickets. I was trying to be soft. It's called gentle loving. When you love your partner.
I thought you were the man of the house.
Yeah, the man of the house has to make decisions in order to let the lady of the house, the queen of the house, know that we ain't going to get stuff, right? Because the girl loves Beyonce. I drove her down there last night. I earned my tickets.
Will this be the last Beyonce concert you go to, barring free tickets?
Yeah. Yeah,
You're good. Now baby girl's for sure good to go.
No.
She should
That's
be.
not how that works.
She should be.
You know how many artists I've seen 5, 6, 7 times?
Dog, you can't, this is you can't pay.
What's the most well-known artist you've seen that many, though?
Shinedown, probably, the rock band. Seen them
Those
5
tickets
times.
can't be that expensive.
Hell no, they not.
You probably see
the last time I went by myself at the Sylvie in Madison, and I think it was like $110.
Yeah. Because don't you see like people with like names like Magma Cranium or
I saw Hippocampus
at
the Riverside Theater back in February. They were awesome. They put on a great show. Yeah, those tickets weren't too bad. Those were only $30 a piece. I'm going to see Bad Sons in a couple weeks of Vivarium here in Milwaukee.
Bad Sons.
They're fun. Saw them at Summerfest last year.
When's the next time Shinedown comes on concert?
Bad news. It's July 26th at Fiserv. I have a wedding that night.
Oh, bummer.
And then they come to like Moline, Illinois in August, but it's on a weeknight.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Shinedown?
Who? Shine down on me? Shine down on me? No? Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about. But
it's a pretty obscure band to truly love. But I know a couple of Shinedown songs.
I don't think that's that obscure, Brad. They're one of the biggest rock bands of the 21st century.
That is not true whatsoever.
21st century? Wait a minute. I've never heard of this band, and they're the biggest band in the 21st. They're like the Beatles?
Yeah, that's what Stroph's saying. They changed music. They changed the landscape of music as we know it.
We all know Stroph is extremely extreme. But here, Brad, somebody's coming at you for once on the talking text line. Again, 800-990-3776. We're the Carbless talking text line where Liz is more. So someone gives you tickets to a concert in advance of your wedding gift for said wedding, and then you would expect another gift as cheap as you are, Kyle. That is very entitled to Brad.
Well, the way I think about it is that's years in the past.
Dang.
Years in the past. I wouldn't expect it, but I just wonder if you get to that point where even that gentleman, where he gets, maybe he goes to your wedding and he's thinking about it and he opens up the card and he starts writing it out and he's probably thinking to himself, should we get them? That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago when we got them the Beyonce concert. Do we feel compelled to give them something? Because if not, they probably have to write in the card, enjoyed that Beyonce concert 2 years ago. Don't forget.
That is Stroph for the ESPN, KBN breaking news desk.
He doesn't.
The KBN breaking news desk. Yes, Alex Stroph.
KBN Sports Desk. Shinedown holds the record for the most #1 singles on Billboard's mainstream rock airplay chart with a total of 20 #1 singles.
No.
They first achieved this milestone with their hit song Save Me in 2005. Their most recent #1 hit, Dance Kid Dance, was released in early 2025.
I've never heard of either of those songs.
I've never heard of the band. Oh, Casey and the Sunshine.
No, that's like a 70s band.
Oh, well, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Do they sing December? No, it's Collective Soul. I don't know if I know any. I think I know one Shinedown song.
So if you got to play them on the other side,
all right,
play the best one possible.
The best one possible.
Their most.
The issue is their best one is different than their most popular one.
What is their most popular one?
Probably Second Chance.
Never heard of it.
Yes, you have.
Play it coming in.
All right,
I'm dying to hear it. I'm dying to hear it.
Not my favorite song by them by any means, but it is probably their most popular.
All right, make sure y'all watch and stream us live on YouTube. Go to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Give us a like and a subscribe as well. ESPN Madison on YouTube as well.
This is the Friday Turn-Up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is the Friday Turn-Up. We're done with the concert talk. I thank you, KBN Nation. We're good. We're good. We know Beyonce's the best. We don't know who the Sundown Band is.
When's the last Shinedown?
Shinedown Band is. But when we come back, I'm telling y'all, Brad made a great quote talking about leadership and why this quote will be what the Packers should be living on. Because if Jordan Love does not live up to this quote, the Green Bay Packers will never win a Super Bowl. So keep it locked. You're going to hear from Brad on the other side. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said?
Oh, wow.
He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Beat the tariffs this month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed more than 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it is wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are actually in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has more than 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy today. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is the Shine Down.
I know this Shine Down song.
So why do I know Nickelback and Creed more than I know this? Like the name.
That's a good point. Those are direct competitors.
I mean, I don't.
I would say Creed is certainly becoming more of a meme these days. Apparently they play. I was talking to my cousin on Mother's Day who is in college. She goes to my alma mater, Stevens Point, and she said that "Higher" by Creed is like a party song now.
Oh, what is it? I don't know what that is. Take me higher, take me. Oh, great song.
Great song.
Yeah. Apparently, that's a party song for this generation.
It's a party song for us, wasn't it?
I've never
understood. I mean, that song came out when we were all younger. That song probably came out in 2000.
I liked it. I was at school dances.
It's a good tune.
I'll be honest. I never understood the ridicule of Nickelback and Creed. Like they put out good songs.
They're viewed as a very basic band. Now, this is a term I was not familiar with until a couple of weeks ago from our friend Josh DiMaggio, my co-host on Mr. Relevant. You also hear him on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy weekday mornings from 7 to 9. He calls me the resident butt rock aficionado. Apparently, those bands that we've named, Creed, Nickelback, Shinedown, etc., it's mainstream rock, which is also known apparently as butt rock.
Never heard of that.
I haven't either. It just sounds dirty.
Sure does.
So yeah, apparently that's butt rock. But I'm a proud butt rock fan.
I like butt rock. Is Josh DiMaggio against butt rock?
Josh DiMaggio is. Here's the thing about Josh.
He's a Fish guy, right?
Here's the thing about Joshy.
Oh, Fish. They got
Grateful
the little thing in the back.
Fish, Grateful Dead. Yeah, he's a jam band guy. Oh. He thinks he's above everybody all the time. That's just how Joshy carries himself.
Oh wow, shots taken, huh?
Oh, I mean, if you listen to Mr. Relevant, this is a conversation we have 3 times a week. He thinks he's above everyone, but he's really not, right? So he uses butt rock to hurt my feelings, but it's not like his type of music is any better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Grateful Dead, I like Fish, but...
Yeah, jam band is for hippies.
I would bet...
Exactly.
I would bet if you polled 100 people and said, we're going to go to a concert that is Creed, Nickelback, and Shinedown, or we're going to go to... Fish and Grateful Dead, I bet you'd be 80-20, Nickelback, Creed, Shinedown, etc.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a bit more mainstream, a bit more comfortable listening experience. I think they're good songs, generally speaking.
I don't know. People do love their jam bands, but let me...
Anyway.
All right, let me get this where we need to go. Bradley, I teased it like a half an hour ago, but I want to ask you this, because Brad, I heard you use a cool definition of a leader yesterday, and I need you to share with everybody why the Packers' success in 2025 hinges on your definition of leadership here on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Okay, well, I can't take full credit for it. Shout out to Joby Martin on the Built for More podcast. He said it, and I fell in love with him. So he said the definition of a leader is quite simply this. If you look over your shoulder and people are following you, that's a leader. If you look over your shoulder and people are following behind you, doesn't matter how you lead. Could be vocally, could be non-vocally, could be through example. It could be because you inspire and you cast a vision. Whatever it is. If you call yourself a leader, but you look behind you and there's no one there, you ain't a leader. But if people are behind you, following where you go, then you are, in fact, by definition, a leader. And it got me thinking about the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Because, Kyle, you asked Jason Wilde a great question yesterday on the show. What question did you ask him?
Well, I asked him, just looking at this Green Bay Packer football team, we think about leadership, right? Who's the leader of that offense? And we say the leader of the offense, the vocal leader, on-field tone setter, it's Josh Jacobs and it's not Jordan Love. And for me, that is alarming going into a season where we want to have high expectations for the team.
Well, and I'm right there with you, Kyle, because I think that is a simple but effective definition of a leader. And I think if you were to line up, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, maybe you could throw in Tucker Kraft or a couple other people. For sure on the defense, they're getting behind Xavier McKinney. Xavier McKinney's looking behind him, and he's seeing the whole defense behind him.
Only took him a couple games.
That's right. But I think on offense, I wonder if Josh Jacobs was on one side of the room and Jordan Love on the other, and you say, okay, pick who you want to follow. I think most of them might choose Josh Jacobs. Now, it's not a detriment necessarily. I'm not necessarily criticizing Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs is a dude. He's vocal. He's physical. He lays the wood. I mean, he does all the things you want to do in a leader. He's experienced. He's respected. I just don't know if Jordan Love has taken that next step in leadership. I think if Josh Jacobs looked behind him, I think he'd see more people than Jordan Love. And here's why it matters, Kyle. Here's why it matters. Because on those years when I was on the Carolina Panthers, we obviously ascended to being among the best teams in the NFL. But one interesting thing was people would always ask me, what's Cam like? What's Cam Newton like? Is he a leader? I would look at my team and I would say Cam is the best player in the NFL. Mm-hmm. He's a superstar. He's a game breaker. He broke the mold for quarterbacks, and we basically leaned on him on the field for a performance to win a lot of ball games. However, he wasn't the leader of our team.
Oh.
You would look behind. I think if you look behind him, he wouldn't see many people, especially if they chose to get behind Greg Olsen, Ryan Khalil, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis. There was leaders sprinkled all around. Even on that team, there was Roman Harper and Peanut Tillman.
Yeah.
I mean, there were leaders all over the room. And so Cam was in a position where he didn't have to be a leader, right? It was sort of a safe situation where there's so many leaders. Cam could just be himself. And I'm not sure.
Well, do you think that took away though? Because for me, you just listed off something. You just listed off guys that are for sure Panther Hall of Famers, but guys who were all pros, guys who went to multiple Pro Bowls. You're talking about Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, who were studs. You're talking about a Ryan Khalil, who was a stud, Greg Olsen, who was a stud, right? And you guys had so many studs on the field, but then also leadership-wise that were able to get you to the Super Bowl. But Cam Newton never won a Super Bowl, and that's my biggest concern is that even though you had dudes all on the football field, because the man on the football field who's supposed to be the general, the leader, in Cam Newton could not lead you guys. You guys saw something. There was a crack in his leadership, which we saw, I think, in the Super Bowl where he decided he wanted to jump on a football. Yeah. Probably is indicative of why people couldn't always follow behind him because there's a trust factor or a me factor that he had. But don't you think that should be a little concerning? That's where my thing is that you played on a great team with a great quarterback, but that quarterback was not the full leader of that team.
Well, there were moments where you need the quarterback to be the leader, right? Because when you're down, and we had plenty of quality leadership voices on that sideline the week leading up to it, all that. But it's just different when it's coming from the quarterback. If your quarterback is great, if he's in the elite conversation, if he is indeed the primary leader on your team, everybody else could be great leaders or somebody else could be great, but it's not the same as if the quarterback is. The voice is just different. The stature is different. There is literally no other position in sports where if you are just starting in that role, you are assumed to be a leader. Nothing in basketball, in baseball, soccer, hockey, whatever. Name the sport. There is no other position where if you're just starting in that role, the assumption is you're the leader. So therefore, if you are indeed the leader, if you are indeed the person that you look behind your shoulder and everyone's following behind you, it just means more. So we could point to a lot as to why the Panthers didn't win the Super Bowl or why they didn't get back in those years. But I think of many reasons, maybe it would be different if Cam was the bona fide leader of the team and didn't have to be somebody else. And that's what makes me think about the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love has to take that step to be the bona fide leader of the team because even though there's a lot of healthy leaders in that locker room, it just means different and it matters more when it's your quarterback.
800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line where less is more. We want to know, can the Green Bay Packers win a championship if Jordan Love is not the bona fide leader of this organization? If his team, as Brad said, when they look behind, somebody looks behind their shoulder and Jordan Love looks behind his shoulder, is everybody following him? Or is everybody following somebody else? 800-990-3776. AJ in Kenosha thinks when somebody else on the Packer team looks behind his shoulder, they're following him and it's not Jordan Love. AJ, you are on Kyle Brust and Nortman, man. What are your thoughts on this conversation?
I couldn't agree with you guys anymore. I think Jordan Love is hands down the leader on that team, is the most respected player on that team. I could remember when he was getting criticized, players were coming up and screaming at the analysts to get off his back. This dude's the dude. Everybody was, both on offense and defense. So I think Josh Jacobs is clearly the leader in the running back room. The leader of that team, hands down, is Jordan Love. And what makes him great, he doesn't put himself at the forefront. He protects everybody else. He takes the heat up front. He leads very different than Aaron Rodgers did. And Aaron Rodgers would put everybody on blast, whereas Love covers for his teammates. I think if it came down to getting in the trenches and they had to choose a trench to get into, everybody on that team would get in the trench with Jordan Love.
Well, there are leadership qualities that he has, but I just haven't seen it consistently to where I'm like, okay, here's that moment where Jordan Love is rallying the troops. They're down. The team's inspired. Jordan Love is animated, or there's a look in his eye that says, oh boy, here comes Jordan Love, and he's holding other guys accountable. I think part of being a leader is you have to have some hard conversations. I don't think you should ridicule or attack guys like Aaron Rodgers did if the wide receivers are making
he didn't always
mistakes. But Jordan Love has some level of accountability for making sure that wide receiver is where he's supposed to be and that he's catching a ball. And I always want to see that more.
Man, listen. Well, y'all know I love Jordan Love. I do. But when I look at the guys that have won championships here in Wisconsin, who are the leaders, we talk about Aaron Rodgers. You guys say, oh, Aaron Rodgers yelled at. I don't think Aaron Rodgers was yelling at Donald Driver when he won a Super Bowl. I don't think he was yelling at Greg Jennings when he won a Super Bowl. I don't think he was yelling at Jordy Nelson when he won a Super Bowl, right? Like, he developed into that type of leader. He had great talent around him where he could assume that leadership role. He had time to assume the leadership role because he had other great leaders around him that helped him build himself up. Jordan Love does not have that luxury. Brett Favre was clearly a leader of that football team. Giannis Antetokounmpo, when we talk about the Bucks winning a championship, all the championships we have here, we know who the clear-cut leader is. When I look at Jordan Love, I do believe, yes, he has a leadership role on the football team, but I do not believe that he has assumed the grip of the leadership role where he's like, hey, everybody is going to follow me. Shut up. Stop talking. I'm speaking. And we know this to be true because Matt LaFleur even said that's something that we're working on in the offseason to make him more of a vocal leader. We understand that. This is no knock on Jordan Love as a football talent, is no knock on Jordan Love as a personality. But in order to win championships, in order to galvanize your team, sometimes you have to be that jerk leader. And I feel like Jordan Love needs to understand is one thing. I tell this story all the time. When I was a substitute teacher, my mom told me, Kyle, when you go into the classroom, you got to start firm and strong. Because if you don't start strong and firm with the kids, they'll run all over you. I said, Mom, I got it. So what did I do? I started soft. I was being nice to the kids. And what happened? They were trying to walk all over me. You got to come with an iron fist. Because guess what? I wholeheartedly believe if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of the football team and Romeo Dobbs went AWOL, he would have said, leave him where he is. I'll talk to him, but if you don't come back right away, leave him where he is. And that's what we need. We need Jordan Love to understand it's time for tough love for the guys around him. It doesn't mean I don't love you because I'm tough to you. It means I'm trying to get the best out of you.
Every top quarterback that I would hear guys play with, whether it be Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning has this, like, he does SNL and Omaha Productions, and he's goofy. Bro, in the locker room on the practice field, he was scary. I think there should be, from guys that I talked to that like played on that Colts offense, didn't talk to anyone that played with him in Denver. Screw him in Denver, honestly. Yep. They took my Super Bowl. They said like his standards were so high, there was like a legitimate, like healthy fear amongst the people. And I would say, think about the young quarterback. It's not even like an old, those are when they were older guys. Think about Jalen Hurts. Think about Joe Burrow. Think about Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I would say those guys are well-liked. Jordan's well-liked. I would say those guys are talented. Jordan's talented. Those guys, I think, there's a healthy fear amongst his teammates where it says, dude, if I don't do what's right, like, I'm going to be held accountable.
Exactly.
And he is so good, his standards are so high, that I need to do everything I can to meet his standards, or else I think a little level of healthy fear. If you walked into the Eagles locker room, Jalen Hurts, I think there's just a little bit of healthy fear that's like, he's the dude and he's going to hold me accountable.
And that's why, and what I love is him and A.J. Brown, they had a little back and forth, right? Because A.J. Brown has a big personality. He had a lot of success. He already came from Tennessee. When he came there, he already had success, and they had to butt heads because Jalen Hurts was probably like, listen, I'm not going to blast you in the media, but this is my football team. Get it together. And I think when we look at Jordan Love, it's time for Jordan Love to let everybody know, this is my football team. It's time for y'all to follow me. It's time for us to follow.
And he's fully equipped to do it. I'm not saying he can't. He's a great quarterback. He's a great person. This is a Jordan Love Pro show, generally speaking. He can do it. He just has to actually do it. in the hard moments.
Watching streamers live on YouTube, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live on YouTube. No Brust, ESPN Milwaukee, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. We are having a conversation talking about, can the Green Bay Packers be a championship football team if Jordan Love is not the clear-cut leader of this football team, and specifically this offense? 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and text line where less is more. You can chime in on the conversation. On the other side, Strof, do you want to become relevant?
I can do that for you, Kyle.
Well, on the other side, Mr. Strof becomes relevant for maybe his last becoming relevant. Keep it locked. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Pull my baby out the goal. Y'all, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby gonna get hit that many times with a puck.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
The people there made it a really great trip. The people in Green Bay were really nice. Like literally driving ESPN people around themselves.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
The Pancake Palace in Green Bay was outstanding. So really nice trip.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
When having new Pella windows and doors installed at your home, you get the full Pella experience. That means we're with you from start to finish. Our team doesn't disappear after the work is done. Just like with Vinny, your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
With customizations driving limitless possibilities, our Pella experts truly listen to your vision, just as we did with Nicole.
I felt like they really listened to us. There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, offer some suggestions, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait any longer, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes, from a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Who this is?
English.
Who is this?
What did you say?
Who this is?
This is Bad Sons.
Oh, this is you're going to go see.
This is correct. Yes.
Bad Sons. How do you come across these random bands?
All right, so this one's actually a fun story. So I don't know how much I've talked about this on the show. I'm sure I've mentioned it. My high school and early college job was working at Lids, the hat store in Green Bay. I think I've told you this before.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You didn't know
Maybe
that?
I'll listen 50% of the time.
So that's true. You're a bad listener. So I worked at Lids, and Bad Sons would often come on Lids radio. And I heard a couple songs where I was like, oh, I like this.
This does sound like a store type.
Yeah, like retail, yeah. And they played Summerfest last year. I actually ran into their lead singer. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Bad Sons' lead singer. So
no, you didn't tell me that story.
Well, I was just like standing around at Summerfest by the WTMJ trailer. Our friend Sandy Max was on the air on a Friday night. And Krista Bowman, the lead singer of Bad Sons, just walks right by us. So I yelled, "Yo, Krista!" Like we were old pals. I ended up chopping it up with him for a few minutes.
I bet he was surprised somebody knew who he was.
He didn't seem surprised by that.
Can I ask you a question about working at Lids?
Sure, yeah, of course. I'm an open book.
When people would try on hats, would you give them honest feedback or just try to go for the sale?
I didn't make commission, so I was honest.
Okay, so you said, that was.
I would have fired you.
I don't know that I ever went, no, that doesn't look.
Everybody looks great.
I think I was just dishonest because I wasn't going to hurt strangers' feelings.
Oh, you look amazing in that hat.
You look great. I love it.
Oh, you should buy another one just like it.
Makes your eyes pop.
Wow.
No, the things that I got rewarded for was we would do like custom stitchings.
Oh.
Right? So embroideries, obviously, is what those are called. And I got really good at that machine.
You did the stitching?
Yeah, I was really good at it, actually.
Wow.
I would make custom designs. Now, I maybe have never told this story on the air.
Custom designs.
This is my favorite Lid story. So this was in Bay Park Square in Green Bay. So it was up the street from Lambeau. And it was one August during training camp. And a really big fella came in. Right? It was pretty obvious he was a player. And I didn't know who he was. And he introduced himself, who he was. He was playing fullback, which obviously wasn't a very prime position. So it was pretty easy to figure out who this guy was. He played at like a small D3 university, was with the team for training camp in the preseason.
Wait a minute, you didn't know?
And he said,
how young were you?
He didn't make the team. He was just a training camp guy.
Oh,
that's why I didn't know who he was. And he goes, yeah, Aaron Rodgers calls me Squirrel, so I would like you to stitch squirrel, like a picture of a squirrel on the side of 5 Packers hats.
Oh,
wow. I said, so this is the image of a squirrel I have that I can put on there for you. And he goes, sure. So I go to check him out, and thankfully, I checked him out before I did the other 4. I did one for him, but then I was going to do the other 4 hats, but I needed him to pay for them first. Goes to pay. Card gets declined.
No.
Tries a different card. Card gets declined. He goes, hold on, I'll be back. I can call my bank. He left, never came back.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
In the back of Lids, we just had a Packers hat with a random squirrel on the side of it. And we couldn't sell it because nobody was going to buy that.
She said, hey, Aaron, that guy that got cut, he said you called him Squirrel? Here's your hat.
Yeah, so
that's hilarious.
He has a great name, but I'm not going to call him out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Squirrel.
Well, that isn't you becoming relevant, I guess, because that guy was a nobody.
It was 3:02, so we should go to break.
Yeah, we probably should. So on the other side, maybe we'll become relevant. Maybe we'll do something else. We'll huddle in. No Ben here, and
you're bad at this.
But I'm listening to your story. I'm looking at the clock.
We did our honesty meeting earlier in the week.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, our show is lacking direction right now, Kyle.
Well, I mean, I come in, and this is what Ben's good. Ben's good at making shut up. I'm not good. I'm just all right. Y'all want to have fun. And now you just talked about the Lids. He just simply asked you about Lids, and you just told the story about the guy that
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I should have told you to shut up, move on, and go to becoming relevant. But nope, I'll just let you go. The
problem is Kyle's a vibe guy.
I am a vibe guy.
He's still the vibe. We keep rolling.
So I have a question for you, Brad, while we're on the topic.
Yeah.
So you, before, when you went on a great tangent about Jordan Love and leadership, you referenced a podcast?
Oh, here we go. Strofe is out of control. Go ahead. Go ahead, Strofe. Just take it. We'll reset.
What's the name of that podcast?
Built for More podcast.
And what does that podcast focus on?
It's like sports primarily.
So do they like we do? Like we're analyzing the games?
No, it's just talking
about
sports.
So what does he say? Give me an example.
Well,
or is it about leadership in sports?
Well, they kind of hit a lot of topics.
So what are they? You haven't answered my question. Sports is too vague.
All right. No, I see why Ben gets so mad at you guys. I get it. Shut up. I'm taking over. I see why he says, turn his mic off. You turn your own mic off. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. I'm Kyle Wallace. No Ben Brust. That is Bradley Nortman.
Because we're sports. We talk a lot about different things.
I thought we were going to get there. I'm overruling Kyle. So are you just starting your morning with like a podcast about motivation and leadership?
It was on my Instagram.
Oh, so it was just a clip.
Yeah.
So you're not actually listening to
No, I've listened to it before, though, too.
And they're talking about sports.
Well, it's like our show. We talk about a lot of different things.
All right. Are you guys ready to talk about Giannis?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
The way you said that was so insubordinate.
Thank you. I can't stand Alex Stroh. On the other side, I should probably rip Alex Stroh. Hopefully he's back if I don't get my hands on him. But I'm telling you this right now. We saw more garbage talk about Giannis and the disrespect about Giannis. And they keep talking.
Stevie chimed in. Dare I say that squirrel story was nuts?
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. Go to break.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars Night Bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers Cribbage Board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at Brewers.com.
Truck drivers, are you tired of an outdated truck hurting your paychecks? At Schneider, we add new trucks to our fleet every year to keep drivers moving and racking up the miles. Our easy-to-use technology is designed to keep you safe and comfortable while also boosting your income potential. So, are you ready to get behind the wheel of a more reliable ride? Find jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed more than 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it is wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are actually in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has more than 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy today. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Brewers fans, this is your chance for you and your crew to cheer on our crew while they're on the road this summer. Visit Brewers.com/ExploreMN to enter for your chance to win Game Day Getaway Sweepstakes. Presented by Explore Minnesota. One lucky winner will receive 4 tickets to the games on July 21st and 22nd in Minneapolis, 2 nights of hotel accommodations, and a $1,500 Visa gift card. Don't wait, the sweepstakes ends May 29th. No purchase necessary. See Brewers.com/ExploreMN for official rules.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is the second hour. Kyle Brust and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. No Ben Brust today, but we do have Bradley Nortman, a longtime NFL punter and Wisconsin punting legend, and Alex Stroh, or a.k.a. DJ Stroh on Fridays.
DJ Stroh.
Holding it down. And we have you, of course, KBN Nation. You can always chime in 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line, where less is more. And you can watch and stream us live on YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and also ESPN Madison on YouTube as well. Now, something we've seen a lot in the news, and especially over the last 2 weeks since the Milwaukee Bucks have been put out the playoffs by the Indiana Pacers, is a lot of noise and a lot of talk and chatter about where is Giannis going to be next year. Will Giannis be with the Milwaukee Bucks? He has to leave Milwaukee. I even saw something today where somebody said they went as far to say it will be malpractice by the Milwaukee Bucks organization if they do not trade Giannis Antetokounmpo. Malpractice not to trade a franchise player, a once-in-a-generation type player, a top 75 player who is only 30 years old, a man in his prime. He said it will be malpractice to try to rebuild the team around Giannis, and you should trade Giannis instead. So all this ridiculous conversation and things are getting on my nerves. I don't know about you, Brad and Strofe, but I'm sick of it. So when I heard Brian Windhorst from ESPN actually talk something that was more sensible, it finally made me have more belief in the world. Go ahead, hit it, Strophy.
I don't think it's 100% he's leaving Milwaukee. Do I think it's maybe headed in that direction? Do I think it's more likely now than it's ever been? Yes. Do I think it's a done deal? No. But here's what I would say this. If Giannis were to call me up and ask for my consultation on what to do, I would probably advise him to leave Milwaukee, which I'd not say flippantly, but I would say East. Stay East. Look at the Western Conference. The Western Conference is a beast, and the number 1 pick just went to the West. The number 2 pick just went to the West. Those two teams are going to get stronger. If I were Giannis, I would say either Milwaukee is where I want to be, and I just want to be a Buck for life, or send me some team to the East.
That was Brian Windhorst talking about what he would advise Giannis. And Brian, in that one, which I appreciate, Brad, is the fact that he didn't say, oh, Giannis has to leave, or the Bucks got to get rid of him. He said, listen, if he asked me, I would tell him, hey, like, you may want to leave. And we've said it here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. If we're being real about it, if I'm Giannis and I was Giannis' advisor, I would definitely tell him to be open-minded about leaving Milwaukee, only simply because the Bucks don't have much around him. But at least Brian Windhorst was actually being logical, Brad.
Yeah, Windy he's stopping and thinking, which is what so other few people are doing right now, because everyone just says, oh, the Bucks are not going to be very good next year. You got to go. You got to go. Who's got a bunch of assets? Hey, he can go there. You got to think through what this is going to look like, right? Because that's what Windy is doing. He's looking at this and saying, okay, Giannis, if he wants to leave because he's not confident about the direction of the Bucks, okay, that begs the question, where are you going to go? Who can afford a trade like that? It's all teams out west. And as you see, there is wagon after wagon after wagon in the West, and they're only getting better. Mavericks are going to get Cooper Flagg, and the second pick is owned by San Antonio, who's going to get one of those Rutgers players who already has Wemby, who already has Castle, a young core. So not only do you have established really good teams like Denver and Golden State, but you've got young ascending teams like Houston and OKC and the Mavericks coming up. So San Antonio. So you just look at this and say, if Giannis's goal is to win a championship, which should be his goal, that should be his focus, you could be a great player on a really, really good team in the West, a great team in the West, and you could still not even get there. Look at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City right now, they are a bona fide great team.
They are.
And Denver is taking them to Game 7. They might not even get to the Western Conference Finals. It is so stacked. That's why Wendy said you should go East. But then you think about it and you say, why would the Bucks trade him to the East? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Kyle.
It is not happening. And I think for me, it should be an opening for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
And through devastation, and listen, injuries happen in sports. I hate them. Absolutely hate it. We have to deal with Damian Lillard being injured. We had to deal with Chris Middleton being injured. Like, injuries killed the Milwaukee Bucks during their championship window for a chance to win more than one title. That's exactly what it did. And when you look at the Eastern Conference, the reason why Wendy says go East is because of what you're saying, Brad. The path is easier through the Eastern Conference. So with that being said, I believe the Milwaukee Bucks have an opportunity to convince Giannis of just that, of the path being easier through the Eastern Conference. That's why he should stay with the Milwaukee Bucks. 800-990-3776. JB in the V said, malpractice is very accurate. Okay, JB. We squeezed the lemon dry. We do not have enough assets to build anything around Giannis. We need to stack assets and move on. And again, I get what he's saying. I'm not going to lie. Malpractice is inaccurate, but I do understand about squeezing a lemon dry. The Milwaukee Bucks have done that. They don't really own the rights to any of their draft picks in the upcoming drafts.
Yeah, I mean, they took swings. tried to get another championship with Giannis, and it just didn't work. I give them credit for trying to do so, but John Horst has not proven that he can identify and draft great talent that can grow, because we've seen swings and misses over the years, and it's now resulted in a team that's not young and not very good around Giannis. So what makes us think that even 4 or 5 number 1 draft picks are going to be enough to make up and create a good team? And then additionally,
trust your GM somehow.
Yeah, and then let's just have a couple of young great players. Well, I suppose they can agree to the Supermax, but who's to say any young superstar is like Giannis and wants to stay in Milwaukee? Giannis had a very unique upbringing in Greece, one that was not privileged. He was never catered to like a lot of these young players are. They might want the biggest, flashiest thing there is, and that won't be Milwaukee. And Milwaukee prides itself on being gritty and hardworking and being a place where, we are proudly not LA. We're proudly not New York or Miami. So if guys want that, who's to say it's going to be a fit? So I would I understand the argument, but I would caution anybody to say we're better without Giannis. Like, just remember what the 90s and the 2000s were like.
I remember.
It was dark days, Kyle.
We were chasing 41 wins. That was what we were chasing. Just being
the 8th seed. Yay!
Just being 500. Alex Strofe as a Wisconsinite and somebody who is loyal to the Milwaukee Bucks, somebody who, earlier this week on Mr. Irrelevant, told Giannis to stay home.
I did.
Got a little love from Giannis.
Did I?
Oh, we got a little love from the people here from Wisconsin.
I sure did, yeah. People. Well, look, man, I mean, as you set it up with, I think we've overcomplicated this to a point, right? I understand the argument of, hey, now is the time for the Bucks to get assets back for Giannis. I hear that. But if I'm the Bucks and being a Bucks fan, I'm going down with the ship, man. You are never getting another Giannis. I don't care if the Mavs send you Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg ain't going to be Giannis. Spoiler alert. He might be a really damn good player in this league. He might even have a Hall of Fame career, Kyle. He ain't Giannis. Giannis brought this city a championship, a city that was starved for a championship in Milwaukee. Giannis brought that to Milwaukee. So I don't care if we're really bad for a decade after his career's over. He's only 30 years old. Kobe stayed with the team his entire career. Dirk Nowitzki stayed with the team his entire career. Tim Duncan stayed with his team his entire career. Were there bad years? Yes, there were. And will next year certainly be what could be an underwhelming year for the Bucks? Yes, it could be. But at the end of the day, in 2 or 3 years, when they have the opportunity to rebuild this thing, I think there's still championships in sight. And next year might not be one of those years. But he's only 30, and I still think he's got several years left in his prime. So I don't want him going anywhere, and if I'm the Bucks, I'm not answering the phone.
Yeah, again, I disagree. 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. And some people are saying it's malpractice if the Milwaukee Bucks keep Giannis. And I think that is absolutely stupidity to say that. It's absolute stupidity to say that keeping the greatest player in the world, arguably one of the greatest players in the world, is a malpractice. It's stupid. And when you talk about markets, when you talk about teams, how can you sit here and tell me we're not better off trying to build around Giannis? I understand what assets are. Assets as the unknown, what it could be. But you have a known asset, a known commodity in Giannis, and if you can continue to try to build a team around him, you can try to break through. Giannis has another 5 great seasons left in him. 5. That's minimum. I mean, nowadays, these NBA guys play well until like 37. He got 5 great years.
5 great, and if he can develop a very good jumper, he could go another 3 after that to be very good.
Yeah, that jumper is...
Well, you never know.
Even though mid-range is pretty good this year.
Mid-range has evolved, yeah.
Mid-range was definitely good.
And here's the other thing. I mean, draft picks, they're not like they are in the NFL. They're more cherished in the NFL. In NBA, people get rid of those like they're worth nothing. I mean, we gave 5 second-round draft picks for who did we give that? Who was the dude?
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. That's right.
Second round pick, first round picks get thrown around.
Those are thrown around like they're
unless they're lottery picks, and even lottery picks aren't a surefire thing, right? I mean, the NBA is just a lot more volatile in terms of their drafting process and development process than maybe the NFL is. You get a 4-year deal, and they're bigger rosters, and there's more opportunity, and there's more people on the field.
And I want a lot of fans to understand is that, yes, the Milwaukee Bucks don't control their pick, but they have a pick. And you're talking about New Orleans. Listen, the Pelicans are going to suck too, right? So you're not going to, even if the Milwaukee Bucks end up getting a 14, they end up going to the lottery, don't make the playoffs, which is probably rare. We're going to make the playoffs with Giannis. You're not losing your first-round pick. You're probably going to end up next year. I mean, realistically, if we're real, the Bucs are probably picking in the teens next year because they're going to make the playoff, but they may struggle. So, I mean, again, you're going to have an opportunity to draft guys still around Giannis in these next coming years. You just don't control the pick. It does not mean you don't have a pick.
Yeah, just be crafty with who you surround Giannis with. That's the focus, right? Who would complement Giannis's game very well? Don't necessarily need to go reach for a superstar. Look at the Indiana Pacers, right? They've got depth. They got people. They got a bunch of B+ guys that play well together. If you got an A++ guy in Giannis and a bunch of like B+ guys around him, that can win.
Brad, you have a lot of A+ partners here with ESPN Wisconsin, and tell me about the one that has an A+ delicious taste.
Oh, I would love to tell you about a Carbless. It's a Turn Up Friday after all, so you know I'm going back to the Nortman estate to turn up with some Carbless. It's always an enjoyable experience. Now with the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, which has blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, grapefruit, all bangers. But not only that, you got the mango 4-pack. That is the absolute taste of the summer. The watermelon one was so good that they made a 4-pack out of it. So don't wait now. Go grab a Carbless. But not only that, when you're at the grocery store picking one up, scan that QR code because Carbless is giving away a sweet night at the ballpark giveaway. They're giving away 14 game tickets in a suite, 6 parking pass, free. That's right, free food and drinks. Plenty of Carbless that night. All in a luxury suite at American Family Field for a Milwaukee Brewers game. That getaway ends on May 31st, so don't miss your shot at a sweet night at the ballpark. Thank you to Carbless for offering that. So take a little QR code shot, put your name into that giveaway, and enjoy several Carblesses like I am tonight. Less is more with Carbless.
So KBN is looking to do a road trip. We're looking to either road trip to Pittsburgh to see the Packers take on the Steelers. Will Aaron Rodgers be there? Or we may be heading southwest to go see the Packers take on the Denver Broncos. We lobbed it up to you all yesterday, and we let KBN Nation speak, and guess what? Somebody on this panel doesn't care about what KBN Nation has to say because he's having second thoughts about traveling with the team. And I'll tell you who on the other side. Keep it locked. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Things are moving along a little bit slowly on southbound 41 from Good Hope Road pretty much all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Capitol, almost to Hampton. Southbound 43 slowing from Capitol all the way down past Center Street, then back on the brakes from just south of North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette and down to the KK River. The northbound side's backed up over the high-rise bridge all the way up to Keith. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers far to the north. Mostly cloudy and windy, otherwise a low of 52. Tomorrow, a slight chance for showers to the north, partly cloudy with a high of 64. It's baseball season. Don't let a leaky roof strike you out. Hit a home run with Avondale Roofing, Wisconsin's top choice for quality protection. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Tailgate season, company victory party, don't let your event fall short. V Private Bar Services delivers the winning play with expertise. We're talking custom cocktails, top shelf service, and an atmosphere that'll have your team pumped. Forget the watered down beer and basic mixers. Get the VIP treatment for your corporate events with bartenders who know the perfect pour. V Private Bar Services, where elevated hospitality runs through our veins. Explore vprivatebar.com and leave the mixing to us.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's holy pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The KBN boys are road tripping. Yes, we are. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. You can watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube or ESPN Madison on YouTube. Always give us a thumbs up and a like, and always subscribe so you never miss any of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows. I'm Kyle Wallace. No Ben Brust, but with me is Bradley Nortman, former Panther, former Jaguar, former Badger, and Alex Strofe, who's, former JV basketball player.
Former pointer, right?
I was a pointer. That's
he loves talking about, matter of fact, he was telling a story earlier about, and this person who was a pointer, which was irrelevant to the story, but she went to my alma mater, irrelevant to the story.
Kyle.
You know my school is better than yours, right? Whitewater. Honey, yeah, you already know that. You know that.
What are we doing right now?
No, I was just quick comment.
He was degrading me while also critiquing me.
Whitewater is better.
And then wanted to give a pop to Whitewater.
KBN Nation, who cares what Alex has to say? We got a road trip to talk about, fellas. We got a road trip to talk about. Kyle, Brust, and Norman's going on a road trip, and maybe KBN Nation, maybe you can come and join us, but...
Well, we've got 44 minutes left on the poll.
We got 44 minutes left. Okay, so what does the poll say, Strophy?
Well, the poll is 71% in favor of Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
Is it cold in October in Pittsburgh?
I mean, it's not going to be warm by any means.
It's similar to how it is here, maybe slightly warmer.
Oh, so maybe we can catch a good day.
Yeah. It might just be a good day.
But, I mean, that game is a night kickoff. It'll probably be in the 40s.
It'll probably be brisk.
Yeah, brisk. It'll be football weather.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is going to be a statue.
Weather.
Football weather.
It is football weather.
We're going to Pittsburgh.
So I guess we're going to Pittsburgh, but
I would just say if Aaron Rodgers doesn't sign there,
we're not going to Pittsburgh.
We're not going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What's our backup?
We're going to Denver.
Denver's our backup plan?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm all in for it. I'm all for it. I'm 100% down for this KBN road. We are doing it, but
you're committing right now, Kyle?
I am 100% committing to doing it. Yes. I am committed to doing it, but there's a little birdie that told me that somebody in KBN Nation is not committed to doing a road trip with friends because it could end friendships?
Well, hold on. That's a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to commit to going, okay? Even though my wife will be, a baby Nortman might be less than 2 months old at that point, and we'll probably still have our foster kids, so we'll have a bunch of kids running around, but I'll say...
Crawling. Two
crawling.
Two crawling, one swaddle.
They'll probably not even be walking at that point. I love Lexi. But I do love Lexi. But Lexi, you got to be able to handle your own for a couple nights because I'm going to do a road trip with the boys. But I'm not worried about the Nortman estate. The Nortman estate will still be standing when I return home. What may not be standing is the fabric of this show. Because, guys, have you guys ever You guys ever traveled with friends before?
Of course, yeah.
I can't take you seriously. They're things upside down.
He does have his head. Strofe is falling off the
Strofe
rail.
has his headphones upside down. I'm a pro. I'm going to keep going. Have you guys ever traveled with friends before?
Brad,
it is a pressure keg for issues. We're all friends. It's all easy right here now. But what happens when someone like your boy wants to put together a detailed hour-by-hour itinerary of what we're going to do?
Who is my boy?
Yeah,
Me.
You're not my boy in that scenario.
I'm your boy. What happens
if you think I'm following a crappy itinerary, you're wrong.
But that's how you ensure it's a good trip, is a good itinerary. What happens when Kyle wants to get pizza, Strofe wants to get Mexican, I want to go to a steakhouse, and Ben wants to go get ice cream?
We grown men. You order your steak to go. I order my pizza to go. He order my, probably won't
Hold on. So I was actually thinking about one certain logistic about this trip.
What is that?
Flying or driving?
See, I thought the same thing. It's not that bad of a drive.
It's an 8-hour drive from Milwaukee to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That's doable.
8 hours is definitely doable. And the other part is, can you think about the content we would create in that 8 hours? Because we would.
Is it 2 hours per person driving?
We would want to do. I mean, I can drive all 8 if you want.
No, we could split it up.
Yeah,
I like driving, so I would.
All right, cool. On the way there, I can help drive. On the way back, I'll let you handle it, young kid.
No, I'll sleep on the way home. I'll definitely drive there, though. I might be hurt. I might be hurting a little bit, given the fact it's a Sunday night game. I'm probably having a few cocktails.
Control
yourself. And we got to get back for the show on Monday.
So if we got to be here by 2:00, it's an 8-hour drive, but we get an hour back. Oh boy!
So we got to leave.
We're leaving by 4 a.m. at the latest.
No, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
4 a.m. at the latest.
Kyle, we're going to be up until midnight.
Yeah,
the game kicks off at 8 p.m. Eastern.
You do realize I flew back from St. Martin and got in the car at like 3 o'clock in the morning and drove to Detroit.
Wow.
Listen, give me some energy drinks and I'm going, baby. I don't drink very often.
I'm actually Team Kyle with this one. I only need like 4 hours of sleep in Pittsburgh, our last night in the hotel or Airbnb, whatever we do, and then we'll hit the road at 3 a.m. or so.
Yeah. We're probably hitting the road after the game.
In fact, I'm probably not sleeping.
Oh, my gosh.
Matter of fact, we're going home right away.
I'm definitely not driving home.
Some guys on my bachelor party did that. They got a flight out that was at like 5 a.m.
What about a counterpoint? What if we stayed in Pittsburgh Monday, we did the shows Monday in Pittsburgh, and then we left after the show? So 6 p.m.
He has to get home to his wife and children.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You got to what trying to do. This ain't a real boy. This is a work trip.
Maybe we should just fly.
Because I don't know what would be worse, though, because we would leave at 5 p.m. at best, right? 5 o'clock on Monday, and we'd get in at, what is that?
2 or 3 a.m., yeah.
I'd rather just wake up and get going.
I tend to agree. Come straight here, do the show.
I'd rather leave after the game. No traffic.
You're just saying, like literally the game's over at 11:30?
Hop in the car and let's go, fellas.
I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
That's insanity.
I'll do it. I can knock out the first 2 hours, 3 hours probably.
The problem is,
Celsius
like Strofe. I'm going to want a couple drinks.
Well,
so someone's got to stay sober.
I have no issue not drinking at sporting events. Actually, drinking at sporting events ruins it for me.
Really?
Oh my gosh! Have you ever been tipsy at a game? I'm like, oh my gosh!
Have you ever been tipsy at a game? Clearly, we're talking about it right now.
I'm tipsy at games. I don't enjoy the game because I'm tired and I'm sleepy.
Oh, I don't agree with that. I'm fired up, ready to yell.
Not me. I'm ready to take a nap.
Takes the edge off.
So KBN. So we're doing this. So you're concerned that we're going to break up as a team?
Because and those are just food and all that kind of stuff. But like cleanliness, I don't know. It becomes an interesting situation. You figure out there's one group of friends you can travel with, and there's another group of friends that you're just friends with. Right? It's different. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
So are you saying we're just friends?
I'm saying we're going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm saying we're going to find out.
When it's like your friends, because you don't have any type of boundaries with your friends, you can tell them about themselves. Usually that's when it leads to when you're with people more than 3 days, that's when issues arise.
Yeah. I mean, and we're going to be working together. We're going to be traveling together. We're going to be watching a game together.
And we talked about some of the habits of Ben Brust. And
who's going to room with Ben?
I told you, I'm not going to be me. I can't.
Well, we're going to take votes on it. We're going to let KBN Nation decide what the rooming situation is.
Well, I guess we're going to Pittsburgh. And Brad,
you got a couple minutes to change that mind for us, KBN Nation, on the poll.
Brad, you need this check. So regardless of what happens on the trip, you can't judge us too hard where you're quitting.
No one said quitting. I'm just worried about the.
Oh no. There's nothing to worry about, Brad. We're going to have fun. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We're going to see some live music. We're going to see Pittsburgh for what it's worth.
What
Maybe
live
we'll
music?
take.
We're not going to Sabrina Carpenter.
No, we're not going to Sabrina Carpenter.
Too expensive.
Too expensive. Well, we'll probably end up going to like a bar that has live music.
Okay, you know what I don't like?
that.
What I don't like is you're telling me where I'm going.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
I'll tell you
No,
what
we
I'm
have to do this together.
Thank
That's the whole point.
you. Well,
We're not going to split up.
I guess we don't have to do everything together because Kyle's probably going to want to go to bed early, and we're on vacation.
I got to have time talking to my baby girl. I need that time.
Oh, jeez.
How much time do you need?
I mean, I like to relax and talk to her on the phone.
Bro, you're on vacation for 3 days.
Okay, and the point is,
I'll call my girlfriend at some point, but I'll probably say like, "Hey, baby, having fun? How you doing?"
yeah, I'll touch base. I just need my time.
Yeah, I mean, a good 10 minutes would be plenty to update everything on what's going on.
Okay, to each their own, you know.
What's the cuisine in Pittsburgh? What are they known for? Pierogies? Is that right?
Primalti Brothers is the famous sandwich shop that puts fries on their sandwiches or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I don't know if they have like a dedicated cuisine.
Not like Philly,
because it's like a Midwestern. Is it Midwest or is it East Coast?
It is. That is considered steel town. They're blue collar.
That's Midwest.
They're moving east, but because of where they're located at, they're on the west side of the state. They definitely have that Rust Belt Midwest vibe.
I looked up the Pittsburgh cuisine, and the very first two things that popped up were the sandwich shop you just referenced. What's it called? Primanti Brothers, and pierogies.
There it is.
What is a pierogi?
What's a pierogi?
I feel like it's a little sandwich cookie, something like that.
This dumpling has a popular following in Pittsburgh and can be ordered at high-end restaurants.
I don't know.
Food trucks and church basements.
They have a very interesting dialect in Pittsburgh.
Yinzers, right?
Yinzers. It's very strange. I don't like it.
I don't know much about that, but somebody also said in the talking text line, 800-990-3776, the Carbless talking text line, these guys are going to be snuggling together. I don't mind snuggling with you guys, but also, I know you don't mind somebody as well.
Oh, that's right. I do not mind. In fact, love Gina Della from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You're going to love their product. You're going to love what they do for your home. You're going to love that increased home value, and you're going to love that decreased energy cost. And guess what else you're going to love? You're going to love this deal going on at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin right now. Pella is offering up to 6 years. That's right, 6 years of 0% financing. That's why you can get those Pella Windows and Doors, making your house look beautiful, durable, practical, and changing it from the inside out. And not pay a lick of financing for 6 years. That's into the 2030s. That's how long that is. Your free in-home consultation is completely free. Nothing to commit. So you can just get a visual for what could be with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. But you got to hurry. That 6 years of 0% financing, it ends on May 31st. So hurry to PellaWI.com today for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Could anybody else hear Kyle yelling about something in the background?
I was talking to Dr. Ken Harris. He has this Pella Windows and Doors. Yes, I was trying to.
Through the window, actually.
He has his Pella button up on, and I was saying, Brad's doing a read for Pella, but he thought I was pointing to the Brewers because Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon on 101.7 The Truth, he's old. He actually turned 65 coming up here in a couple of weeks.
He looks great for 65.
He does, but he misplaces his hat quite a bit or stuff, and so he'll message us, hey, I may have left my hat, but it's probably like on the hood of his car, and he left it there. So he saw me point at the Brewers hat. He's like, oh, no, I got my hat. But I do have to tell you guys this. The Packers season coming up here. There's only one way the Green Bay Packers can fail this season. I'm going to tell you why on the other side. Why there's only one way the Green Bay Packers season will be a failure.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, looks like we've got a couple of crashes now. One on 794 southbound heading over the Hone Bridge, just south of Lincoln Memorial Drive. This crash off on the right shoulder. Looks like one of the cars is facing the wrong way off on the right shoulder. So just be extra careful. It's going to be slowing down right past that point. We've also got another crash eastbound 94, just past Highway F in Waukesha County. Delay stretching back to Highway 164. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of showers far to the north and mostly cloudy and windy otherwise, a low of 52. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers to the north, partly cloudy, a high of 64. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance, like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft Greystone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Kyle Brust and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin. Stroke is playing some Beyonce because I'm fresh off the Cowboy Carter Tour concert at Soldier Field in Chicago, seeing Beyonce. Shout out to Brad Nortman.
Okay.
As always.
Shout out. I'll take it.
Shout out to you. Shout out to DJ Strofe as well, holding it down. But more importantly and most importantly, shout out to you, KBN Nation, for always chiming in, as you can always do on the Carbless Talking text line, where the list is more, at 800-990-3776. Always watch and stream us live on YouTube by going to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. That is ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Now, on the other side, I tease something. The Green Bay Packers, I have high hopes for them. I have high expectations for my Green Bay Packers. Every single year I do. But this year in particular, y'all, I have higher expectations for the Packers because it's year 3. It's year 3 of Jordan Love as a starter. It's year 3 for Jaden Reed. It's year 3 for Tucker Kraft. The offensive line seems to be coming together. They added more to the offensive line. You have Xavier McKinney coming back as well. You have hopefully a D-line that finally gets it together. Jeff Hafley, year 2 as the defensive coordinator, where the defense took steps in the right direction. Everything for me points in the direction that the Green Bay Packers should be a better football team. We saw them go from 9 wins to 11 wins this past season. So when I look at this 2025 schedule, everybody's talking about, like Brian Bulaga joined us, who joins us every single Monday and Thursday at 4:45 right here on Kyle Brust and Nortman. He joins us and he talked about how the schedule is extremely tough down the road and how they have to, after they play the Giants, they have the Vikings, they have the Lions, they have the Bears, and they have the Broncos and the Ravens. And I heard him say that, and I said, yeah, I get it. But I don't care. The Green Bay Packers next year, for them, the season is a failure if they don't win 11 games. There's no excuses for this team not to win 11 games. I'm sick of us approaching the Packers, approaching Jordan Love, approaching Matt LaFleur as if Aaron Rodgers walked out of that door yesterday. He's been gone for years. There are kids who are in kindergarten who are now going to like the second grade, and all they know is Jordan Love is their quarterback. And so when I think about this Packers team, Strofe, you like that? When I think about this Packers team, football team, I'm tired of the low expectations. 11 wins or this season is a bust. 9 wins is not good enough. 10 wins is not good enough. 11 wins is what the bare minimum is for this football team if they are actually going to do something. Because if they don't win 11 games this season, then I am going to lose optimism for the future for this franchise, because what we will learn is that they are not good enough. The roster is not good enough. The players that Goody drafted, the players that he acquired are not good enough to win a championship. So if the Packers do not win 11 games, I'm telling y'all this right now, my optimism will be out the window for what this team can be, because before we said the Super Bowl window is open now. If you do not win 11 games and everybody is healthy, everybody's not going to be healthy the whole year, but obviously there's positions where guys get hurt that can be detrimental. But if we have a healthy team at the positions that you need, there should be an expectations of 11 wins, period.
Breaking news. People age.
Yeah, they do age. And
kids that were in kindergarten are now in second grade, and all they know is Jordan Love.
And when I say that, is
what a lie.
That is a lie.
Why I say that is by the time I was 7 years old, and Brad, we were 6, 7 years old, the Green Bay Packers were going to the Super Bowl. But before that, we were in 93, we don't remember Mikowski, or 92, Don Mikowski. We don't remember him. We only know Brett Favre.
Didn't you call him a bum the very first day the show existed?
I stand by what I said.
Yeah, I mean, let me try to get this thing back on the rails here. When you talk about 11 wins, I think about that and well, hold on. They just won 11 games last year. So how is that an improvement? How is that a success? But when I look at the schedule, if this team brings the same level of capability on the field that they did last year, they ain't winning 11 games. If they struggle getting to the passer, if they can't consistently catch the ball, if they're wide receivers, if Jordan Love isn't healthy and accurately throwing the ball, not turning the ball over, all these different things, if they are the same version of the team as last year, then they're maybe only going to win 9 games. That's how hard their schedule is. So in order for this team to take a step forward, 11 games would be a step forward with how challenging this schedule is. And it's no excuse. But you're totally right, because at some point, Kyle, we have to say, excuses are over. Jordan Love's going into his 3rd year. It was Brett Favre's 3rd year and Aaron Rodgers' 3rd year that they won a Super Bowl. It was Mike Holmgren's 5th or 6th year as head coach. Well, it's about to be Matt LaFleur's, I believe, 8th year as a head coach. So everybody there has had plenty of time to get their feet underneath them. Even this, quote, youngest team in the NFL, they've started growing up. There's plenty of experience, and the fact that they've played in 3 playoff games, that's the equivalent of another half season of experience. That's how big the playoff experience is. So you're right. If the Packers go 10 games winning or less, you might have to call into question, is this Packer team truly headed in the direction of a Super Bowl? Because we can accept going to the playoffs and losing. We can accept winning 1 game and losing, as long as the direction of the franchise still is intact. But if it's another first-round exit in the wild card, if it's another maybe 10 wins or something like that where they eke into the 7th seed, you just start to wonder, like, does this team have the development and the talent to actually go and win a Super Bowl, or is this just always going to be a fringe postseason team?
Yeah, and so when I look at this, like, for real, though, the Green Bay Packers winning 11 games should be the standard. And when I look at the schedule, this is why I came to this conclusion. Brad, do you know how many elite quarterbacks the Packers play next year?
Oh, I'll take a guess at probably 6.
Elite? No, there's 3. It's
3.
Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. Because Jared Goff, very, very good, not elite. Jaden Daniels, very, very good, not elite. Aaron Rodgers, maybe on the Steelers, definitely not elite no more. There's Bo Nix, up and coming, not elite quarterback. The Green Bay Packers don't play against a lot of elite quarterbacks. And if we believe Jordan Love is who we think he is, then we look at these matchups. Yes, Cincinnati's going to be a tough matchup. Yes, Detroit's going to be a tough matchup. Yes, Washington's going to be a tough matchup. But guess what? If you have Jordan Love, you should have the expectation that you can win these games. 800-990-3776. I see your text. I see some of your calls. We'll definitely get to that. That is the Carbless Talking text line. Do you believe that the floor for the Green Bay Packers is 11 wins next year? Anything less than that is a disappointing season. That's what we want to know from you. Again, 800-990-3776. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, see, the thing about me is I like
crazy.
I like crazy. I like a little excitement in my life. I like a little bit of drama.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your chance to spend an afternoon on the links with ESPN Milwaukee is just a tap away. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open happens July 15th at the Ball Golf Course, and we're inviting a lucky ESPN Milwaukee fan and 3 guests. Hang out with your favorite ESPN Milwaukee hosts, play around at one of Wisconsin's most popular courses, and enjoy food and drinks throughout the day. Open up the contest tab in the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win this fan foursome with ESPN Milwaukee.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
You know who I think comes out looking the worst in all of this? Is the Chicago Bears. And let me explain. You have this guy who does not want to be there. He is threatening to nuke the city because he does not want to be a part of your organization. And you tell him, we're drafting you no matter what. He's saying, I want to go to one of your division rivals because I think your coach is the best. And the Bears stand firm and say, I'm drafting you no matter what. In a quarterback-rich draft with a guy who had an up-and-down season at USC the year prior and who is telling you to your face, I don't believe in you and I don't want to be a part of your organization. You risked a huge PR nightmare by drafting this guy when there was all that talent available. That is an indictment on your organization as far as I'm concerned.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
FX presents Welcome to Wrexham.
For the last 4 years, it's been this roller coaster of magic.
The Emmy Award-winning series returns. Come on, Wrexham! With an all-new season.
We're going into a really tough division.
Birmingham are absolute favourites with the arrival of Tom Brady.
It's a friendly competition. Oh! Well, not so friendly.
Imagine the opportunity to beat Tom Brady at sports.
FX's Welcome to Wrexham. All new Thursdays at 9 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Dad make the beat switch, turn off, so give $1 million to him. Right now I got so many villas booked, I'm like a villain to him. Dirk's boy told me Marvin's Room was his favorite song, he was drilling to it. 1,000 rapping murder, and like 10 that'll really do it. Savage, you the only check.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He is Brad Nortman. No Ben Brust, but Alex Strofe holding it down for us. And on the other side, we were talking about what expectations should be for Jordan Love. Not so much Jordan Love, but for the Green Bay Packers. And the expectation is 11 wins. And I don't think there should be any if, ands, or buts about it. But on the Carbless Talking text line, we got some reaction from people. Again, 800-990-3776 is where you can react. Chef Ed, he said, preach, Kyle, barring injury, to be a key player, 11 wins or higher. Go, Pack, go. I agree. And then we also say Taylor and Waukesha. Taylor says Jordan Love is not elite. Ha ha. Kyle is a clown. So that means he doesn't believe that Jordan Love is elite, but he also believes I'm a clown.
Well, I'm closer to
Good
you.
take by him.
Oh, wow.
Kyle is a clown.
What's more of an insult, a clown or a bozo?
Ooh.
It's clown, I think.
Bozo's rough.
I take bozo as a compliment. I'm often called the bozo.
I think you need to look up the definition of what that looks like.
I don't think that's good.
I just think it's time. I just think it's time for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Jordan Love's going to be 27. They're moving into it.
A stupid, rude, or insignificant person, especially a man.
Yeah. That's why I was like, bozo is worse than clown.
I am self-admittedly kind of stupid.
You're not stupid. You're just, you're a little excitable. You're a little different.
I want to know the definition of a clown when it's as an insult.
It's probably like a performer. Somebody who's a performer or does, look stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, stupidity is what defines a clown. Rude and often stupid person.
Foolish, inept, or socially awkward.
Oh, wow.
So what's worse, being foolish, inept, and socially awkward, or what was bozo?
Rough. Bozo was rough.
Stupid, rude, or insignificant.
Oof, insignificant.
Insignificant.
That
hurts.
is tough.
That's deep.
That is
but
tough.
But inept also hurts.
And that means like you're not bright, right? Like you're not.
Yeah,
you're
like
you can't do things.
You're unfunctional.
Well, while we're doing definitions, inept means having or showing no skill.
Yeah.
Man. No skill or insignificant.
Insignificant means you're literally a nobody. Like you're insignificant to life.
Are you aware what the name of my show is called?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess it matches. It totally matches. 800-990-3776. Adam said, we got 10 wins with a hurt Jordan Love. I'd love to see 12 to 13 wins with a fully healthy J Love. Listen, I'm there with that. Like, if we're going to take that next step, and for me not to look like a clown to some, Jordan Love has to prove that he is an elite company. Elite quarterbacks win games. They win games against good quarterbacks.
Yeah,
is he elite?
And they're the reason why the team wins the game. Because we might look at the Bengals and we might say their defense stinks and their offensive line isn't very good, but we think they can win because of Joe Burrow. I want Love to be on that level.
Coming up on ESPN Madison, you have Jim Madden Molly from 4 to 6. And on ESPN Beaver Dam, you have, to me, the best damn sports show with Corey and Wally. But right here on ESPN Milwaukee from 4 until 5, you still have more Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And, of course, you got to get all the opinions. We got Mr. Irrelevant. He hasn't had his time to shine yet. Pole position as well. And then Brad has a good story to tell about Super Bowl and whether or not he would have been here had he won a Super Bowl. Keep it locked. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
with me, oh yeah.
Southbound over the Home Bridge, we've got a crash that is now blocking the right lane just as you're getting onto the span there going southbound. So just be careful heading through there. Got southbound 43 backing up from just before Capitol Drive all the way down past the Marquette. The northbound side slow out of the Marquette up to Keith. And westbound 94, watch for backups from 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers, mostly cloudy and windy with a low of 52. And then tomorrow, slight chance for showers to the north, partly cloudy, a high of 64. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's the Faux Hour at Faux on KBN on a Turn Up Friday.
On a Turn Up Friday, I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Brad Nortman.
That was rough.
I mean, he gave it his all.
My all is pretty bad.
Here's the thing. Last summer, when Ben was out quite a bit, we gave you steps that you need to follow in order to really summon the right energy for the Faux Hour at Faux. We told you to practice punting a football, and you just haven't listened to that advice since then.
The problem is, I'm limited with swagger.
Oh, yeah, we know.
So
we're well aware.
There's really still only so much preparing in my mind punting a football can do.
It is so crazy how limited you can be with swagger, and you can't do anything about it. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm not Mr. Swagger, Kyle.
No, I'm not Mr. Swagger either. In comparison to y'all, that's right. The girl did call
Mr. Swagger.
Yeah, little Mamacita did call me that back in the day.
That is the best.
She was Puerto
nickname.
Rican. That's why she's Mamacita, not because she's my Mamacita. No.
That is the best, relationship nickname I've heard in a long time.
It wasn't a
Mr. Swagger.
It wasn't
or whatever. No relationship.
It was a fling.
Yeah, flirting nickname.
What can I say? I guess that's the type of energy I attract, I guess.
I guess so.
I don't know. But the type of energy that I guess being attracted in the NFL, I guess, Strofe, the KBN Sports Desk breaking news, you should be hitting that. Yeah, look at that. What do we have, Strofe, on the KBN Sports Desk?
Just coming through from ESPN's Adam Schefter, the San Francisco 49ers and quarterback Brock Purdy have agreed to a 5-year, $265 million contract extension, meaning at an annual average of $53 million. Brock Purdy does come in behind Jordan Love despite playing in a Super Bowl. So the topic I'll throw up to you fellas is Jordan Love overpaid?
Ooh. This is a rough one.
This is rough.
I would just like to remind you in terms of average annual value, Jordan Love is the second highest paid quarterback in football, tied for the second highest paid behind only Dak Prescott, who averages $60 million a year.
Well, I'm looking at this, and is he overpaid? I feel like he took the Packers for all they were worth in that moment. He hasn't played up to it, I'll say that. Brock Purdy has been to more Super Bowls. He has probably better general passing statistics. So he's done more in a postseason for him. He has better statistics, generally speaking, than Jordan Love. He's just never had that stretch like we saw in 2023, where there's maybe no better quarterback on planet Earth. And we saw that for a minute with Jordan Love. But Brock Purdy's been more consistent, generally speaking, than Jordan Love. I feel like Jordan Love took that moment, that moment in the sun that he had in the end of 2023, and he squeezed out as much as he possibly could from the Green Bay Packers, and it gave him the second highest paid contract in NFL history when it comes to the average salary. Because I'm looking at Joe Burrow. He's no Joe Burrow. You know the other guy that signed in 2025 for $55 million a year?
Yep.
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. He took a little bit of not a pay cut, but he didn't go for his full value.
Yeah, he took a team-friendly deal. Trevor Lawrence, look, the Jags are just desperate for a quarterback.
Can we just be real? Can we be real?
I think he's slightly overpaid.
Yeah, let's just be real. Let's be honest about it. If we sit here, you say Trevor Lawrence. Strofe, I ask you, is Trevor Lawrence overpaid?
Yes.
Okay, exactly. Right? Because we have our green and gold rose-colored glasses on, which I have them on all the time, we are hesitant to say whether or not Jordan Love is overpaid. But based off how Jordan Love has performed, right, in his career, not just in 8 games, not just in when he was healthy at his best, based off how he has performed, Jordan Love is clearly overpaid. The Green Bay Packers paid a premium price, banking on the fact that Jordan Love was going to excel. Now, Jordan Love can still excel and live up to that contract, but when you're looking at a team-friendly deal for Josh Allen, when you're looking at Tua Tagovailoa, who is not better than Jordan Love, taking a little bit less before Jordan Love signed, and now you see a guy in Brock Purdy who there is no denying. Yes, listen, we think Jordan Love has more potential than Brock Purdy. They were drafted in certain positions because of that potential. We believe that is clear. But at the end of the day, yes, Brock had a better team, but Brock has found more success in the NFL. Like, that's just what it is. And so with him taking less than what Jordan Love is getting, then, yeah, Jordan Love is slightly overpaid. And it's fine. The Packers decided to overpay him, but it doesn't mean that we can't say he's overpaid. He probably should be in that $53 million range, not the $55 million range. It's just a fact of the matter. So, yes, Jordan Love, just because I say you're overpaid doesn't mean I don't believe in him. Just because I say he's overpaid doesn't mean I don't think he's a great quarterback. But at the end of the day, he has not lived up, based off who's making $55 million. He has not lived up to that, and neither is Trevor Lawrence.
Well, here's the thing that's concerning to me, is that most of the time that Jordan Love was not holding out, but he was waiting for his contract, and we were discussing it this time last year, the narrative was, this is just what happens in the quarterback market. Who's ever up next gets the highest amount. But now we're seeing that narrative isn't necessarily true, because Josh Allen could have been next up. He could have certainly had 60. He should reset the market with Josh Allen is re-signing to be, he's the MVP, took his team to the AFC Championship game. He should surpass Dak Prescott. But he decided to take a longer deal, more guarantees, and he's only making $55 million now. And now we have Brock Purdy, who's accomplished more than Jordan Love in his career, and he decided not to reset the market, not go for 57, not take the hard way, not sit out of training camp and take 53. So this whole narrative, which used to be the case, and I stand by it because this was the trend, where the quarterback who's ever up next gets the most money. That's how it used to be. But now you're seeing a bunch of guys not do that.
Yeah.
You're wondering to yourself, should Jordan Love have been that guy? Should he have been the guy to say, you know what? It's not on me to reset the market. I'm going to do what's best for me, but also what's best in some degree for the team.
You know what Jordan Love did? And again, 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. We want to hear from you. Is Jordan Love overpaid based off the fact that Brock Purdy just signed a contract where he's getting yet less annual per year money than Jordan Love, though he has better credentials and, higher success than Jordan Love has in the NFL so far? He took less money. 800-990-3776. Do you believe Jordan Love is overpaid? You can also chime in on YouTube, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You can join us there, or you can share that as well. Is Jordan Love overpaid? Go ahead and put it on the poll, too, on KBN at ESPN if you can, Stro. Put that on the poll. And I think this is what it comes down to. Jordan Love is still early in his career as a starter, and Jordan Love hasn't had any taste of success of winning. I think what you see with a lot of trends sometimes with these guys is guys that actually get on the precipice of winning a championship, and they realize that you need to have a great team around you. And when you want to have a great team around you, you have to give a little bit of a friendly discount, because $55 million, $50 million is a whole bunch of zeros. They realize that that $2 or $3 or $4 extra $1 million can be put to somebody to help him win a championship. It is about your legacy. When you look at Josh Allen took less than $60 million. Why? It's because Josh Allen said, listen, I got my MVP. He didn't have it at that time, but I played at a high level. I've been to AFC championship games, but I have not won a championship. And if I eat up the salary cap, I still may not win a championship. What do I want my legacy to be? Do I want my legacy to be about how great I was as an individual, or do I want it to be about winning championships? Brock Purdy had the privilege of coming onto a team that was loaded with talent. He saw the importance of having talent around him, and he's seeing some of that talent leave. And when that talent leaves, he understands it's going to be much more of a struggle. So he probably said, you know what? Let me take less money so we can continue to build around me so I have a chance to win what? Actually win that Super Bowl. Jordan Love just hasn't been in a position to taste success, and his contract shows. Him and Trevor Lawrence took big paydays, and they were overpaid.
And here's the other thing, too. Josh Allen chose to have a longer contract, 6-year extension for Josh Allen. And you even now hear Brock Purdy, 5-year deal as opposed to 4 for Jordan Love. The difference in that is giving the team a little bit more, again, flexibility and freedom and landscape to know what our cap looks like more in the future. Jordan Love clearly did his contract so that he could re-up again before he's 30 years old if he continues to play well.
I love Jordan Love, but me.
Purdy's saying, I'll go less and I'll let it go longer. Usually that's the trade-off. Jordan Love could say, I'll take $55 million, but it'll only be 3 years so you can get out. Usually that's a pendulum. Brock Purdy did both for the team. He said, I will do a longer deal, and so I cannot go to the negotiating table earlier than I normally would be able to, and I'm taking less. On both sides, Brock Purdy took less.
You know what Purdy said he wanted? He wanted what you got on your finger.
A ring?
That's what he wants.
I have a wedding ring, so that's...
You have an NFC Championship ring, too.
That's true.
That's true. But no, that's my whole point.
But you're right, he does.
800-990-3776. Again, that is the Carbless Talking text line. We just got breaking news that Brock Purdy, the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, signed an extension with the 49ers where he will be making it was a 5-year deal for $265 million, which is less annually per year than what Jordan Love is making. Though we all know that at this point in time, Brock Purdy has had a better career than Jordan Love. Again, 800-990-3776. Dimitri and Waukesha. What are your thoughts about Jordan Love? Is he overpaid, or is it just right?
Jordan Love is ridiculously overpaid. Strenuously on the overpaid.
Ridiculously, yeah. Tell me why you think it's ridiculous now. That's a strong statement.
Because he only had a half of a good year of tape to think that he's the highest paid quarterback at the time in the NFL. You didn't show enough to deserve the contract yet. Now,
that's true. I mean, he is right, because at least you can look at Brock Purdy and you could create an argument for why he deserves to be top 5 or whatever it is in that $50 million, because he's been to a Super Bowl. He's had elite stats. Jordan Love hasn't done any of that. So has he earned $55 million a year yet? That answer is an easy no.
And they sold me on the fact that, we're paying him for the future for what he's going to do in the future. I get it, but
I get that too.
But Brock Purdy's getting paid for the same thing as well. Right? Like, that's my whole thing. But 800-990-3776, that is the Carbless Talk and Text line. And we got a special call. We have a call from Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings on ESPN Milwaukee, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Gabe, I'm sure you're calling in to back us up and express your displeasure with the fact that Jordan Love is overpaid.
No, okay, like, if you want to have that conversation, go for it. Like, okay, is Jordan Love probably overpaid? Yes. But you guys are acting like Brock Purdy is just Mother Teresa for taking $2 million less per year. What are you getting for $2 million in the NFL, guys? You guys, Brock Purdy, he wants to win championships. He wants that ring on your finger. Tell me one player. Tell me the difference-making player that is going to get you a championship for $2 million. I will wait. I'll wait for you guys to give me an answer.
A good punter, Gabe.
That's a good pop. That's a good pop, Brad. That's a good one.
But Gabe, don't you think it's more than that? He signed for longer term, for less. He could have just, waited through training camp, hung him dry a little bit. Do you think it's more of a even partially less money, but also partially a statement that I'm willing to do what it takes to bring other people here? I'm not going to hold the 49ers' feet to the fire?
No, I think, I think everybody objectively, yes, if you want to point to, he played in the Super Bowl, but objectively speaking, I think everyone is going to, or at least most people will say, Jordan Love is a better quarterback and has a better upside than Brock Purdy. And that's why, he's taking a little bit less at this point. Yeah, maybe he decided, for the $2 million it wasn't worth sitting out training camp. But, let's not pretend that this guy's taking a huge pay cut and doing the 49ers a favor by taking $53 million per season. And I'm sure the way it's structured, I'm sure they're able to get out of it after a couple of years. I don't think this is a selfless act, and we should say, oh, man, this is what Jordan Love. Again, it's $2 million at the end of the day. No. That $2 million isn't going to get you anything in the NFL.
No, Gabe, but when I think about it, it's a whole year after Jordan Love, almost a year completely after Jordan Love signed. The salary cap did go up. So, based off what Jordan Love cost the Green Bay Packers, technically, I don't know everything when it comes to that, but compared to the salary cap going into the season last year versus what Brock Purdy is, he's taking even less money. We all thought everybody thought Brock Purdy was going to get at least 55, didn't we?
I thought potentially, but the way the 49ers were talking, it didn't seem like it was going to be an inevitability, and it certainly wasn't. Brock Purdy, again, not every quarterback, and Dak Prescott kind of messed this up. Well, he didn't mess it up, but Dak Prescott had the one thing that very few players actually have, and that's leverage, because Jerry gave him a previous contract where he couldn't be franchise tagged, and he couldn't do all these different things, so Jerry had to give him the $60 million if that's what Dak wanted, and that's what Dak wanted.
And he got it.
$55 million, $53 million, to me, you're in the same ballpark. That's, you're basically being paid the same thing. And again, this is just annual average value. The salary cap doesn't really matter. Jordan Love's not counting $55 million against the salary cap. And if Goody's any good at his job, that $2 million means absolutely nothing. You can mitigate that $2 million on the salary cap. No big deal.
Maybe it's the principle. Did you, hey Gabe, also, did you call us idiots?
Yeah, it's exactly what I called you. Yes, because you guys are talking like idiots. Not that you actually are idiots. You're a couple of smart individuals. Brad's got a degree from the University of Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. I don't hold Whitewater in the same esteem that Kyle does. Wait a minute. So you guys are talking. It's not. Let's not pretend that Whitewater's Platteville. All right, let's not pretend that it's on the same category.
And Platteville's on Stevens Point. I hear you.
The Battle of the Wyack here.
Last comment.
Yeah, and we can all come together. We can all come together and talk trash about Oshkosh if we really want to. But what I'm saying is, you guys are talking like, oh man, I can't believe that he was willing to do this. How come Jordan Love wasn't willing to do this? At the end of the day, they ended up basically making the same amount of money.
But Gabe,
and if the Packers assumed, they didn't think the cap would go up this much, but they knew the cap was going to go up every single year because it's the NFL and they invent days to play on and they have how many different streaming services that are willing to pay for games. So the Goody knew the cap was going to go up when he gave Jordan Love the contract.
I think my only thing, you are right on a lot of counts, Gabe. My only other thing is a way to rationalize Jordan Love's contract is that it was this narrative that who's ever up next just resets the market, right? So it makes Jordan Love's contract more digestible. That's not been the trend lately, whether it be with Josh Allen signing a mega extension that was $55 million, and now Brock Purdy signing $53. That trend is no longer, well, the market just keeps being reset for a number of different reasons. So if one of the bases of comfort with Jordan Love's contract is, well, that's just what happens, all of a sudden it's not happening anymore. I'm thinking to myself, oh no. Like, is one of the main reasons why he got so much money, in addition to good play at the end of 2023, is that not even valid anymore, that quarterbacks aren't doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I do to a certain extent, and I think, again, it goes back to Dak, right, because Dak reset it. And I think, the thought of paying $61 million is probably going to make the 49ers crazy, or really anyone crazy about paying their quarterback $61 million, which is, what resetting the market would have looked like this time around. So I think Dak kind of did that. And also, I think a part of it for Jordan getting that money is Goody going, hey, you're our guy. I'm going to treat you like our guy. And that's why he also got the $55 million.
Gabe, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate you chiming in, and I hope you're in your car driving. I hope it's not back to the studio. I hope it's to enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, hey, you guys enjoy your weekends. I'm sorry for calling you idiots.
No, it's fine. Oh, no offense taken. I was actually mad that you didn't lead with that, Gabe. Thank you so much again. That was Gabe Neisel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Again, you can listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, JGC, right here on ESPN Milwaukee, weekday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I think he shared some very good points. But AJ in Baltimore, you actually agree that Jordan Love is just right.
I 100% agree with what Gabe was saying. If you guys remember back 30 years ago, and I know you got to rewind the time machine, but Brett Favre reset the market with a $12 million contract per year, and he was the highest paid quarterback at that time. Jordan Love, with his contract
really quickly,
now,
AJ, I want you to continue. AJ from Baltimore, I want you to continue. But what year did Brett Favre sign that contract?
1995.
Had he
30 years ago?
Had he won the MVP yet, or no? He won the MVP.
That was after his first MVP.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to check.
Yep.
So MVP quarterback. Go ahead, AJ from Baltimore.
MVP quarterback. Yep. And after that, you got Jordan Love with his 2023 season, showing what he's capable of, and you're paying for potential, knowing that the salary cap is going to increase, and knowing that percentage of that salary cap is going to decrease. So percentage over time, as a general manager myself, you pay for potential. You don't pay for what they are now. You're paying
AJ, wait. AJ from Baltimore.
Hold on a minute.
You say as a general manager yourself, or are you talking about internal? Like, are you a general manager of an organization somewhere?
I am in Baltimore. Yep, that's correct.
Oh, okay, AJ, keep talking.
What is it?
Okay, yeah, keep.
So all I'm saying is, financially speaking, what the Packers have done with Jordan Love is so smart for the organization, knowing that they paid for the potential of 2023, knowing that they've got him locked up for the next, when he signed that contract, 5 years, he can grow into that contract, right? But when he grows into that contract, the percentage of what it's going to take out of the cap is going to go down.
AJ, you sound very bright.
He's going to continue with his potential.
You sound very bright, and I take your word. But I gotta ask you: are you a general manager of a team that uses bats?
Say that one more time.
Are you a
Jeopardy music?
Are you a general manager of an organization or a team that uses bats that swing to hit balls?
I am a general manager of an organization that drops bombs.
Oh, wow. All right, AJ. Well, AJ from Baltimore, I want you to be my friend. How about that? We'll leave that at that, AJ. Thanks for calling in.
But I'll tell you what. I appreciate you, and I love that 414 hour.
Yeah!
Thanks, AJ. AJ's a good friend of the show.
Yeah, he's a great friend. Hell yeah.
Let's keep him in our tightest circle.
Yeah, and for anybody, for Taylor and Walker show who called me a clown.
Yeah, any enemies?
No, I'm just kidding.
Any enemies of the show?
What about that?
Wow.
I've done some research, and I can tell you that AJ was not lying.
I believe that there is, I'll save it for off the air.
That is crazy. All right, now. I love that.
He goes, he just drops it. Yeah, as a general manager myself.
Yeah, I like AJ. AJ, hey, by the way, Baltimore, fantastic. Great city to go to. Very great city to go to. 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. And breaking news came down. Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback, signed a 5-year, $265 million contract. Why it is breaking news is because he is making less annually than Jordan Love, which leads us to ask the question to you. You can go to KBN on ESPN or ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter, both on Twitter. Is Jordan Love overpaid? 800-990-3776. I see your texts. We'll take those. But on the other side, Strofe, you ready?
Life is a highway.
It is time for us to take a stroll on the polls as we have pole position coming up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I want to ride it all night
long.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 43, going to be a tight ride from Hampton all the way down through the Marquette, down to the KK River. The northbound side slowing down over the high rise as well, up to Keefe. Westbound 94, you're looking at delays out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from the zoo into about Calhoun. Got the eastbound side also backing up from Highway 16 all the way past Barker Road. So a tight ride for you. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers far to the north, mostly cloudy and windy with a low of 52. And then tomorrow, slight chance for showers again, partly cloudy with a high of 64. Weather is brought to you by IKEA. Spring into savings at IKEA Oak Creek during their annual sidewalk sale, May 9th through the 26th. New deals added often, plus exclusive Friday mystery deals on May 16th and 23rd for IKEA family members. IKEA Oak Creek. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hey, it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman's Brad Nortman. Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the line with the member fast lane and take advantage of unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, there's a Tsunami near you. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at TsunamiExpress.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Friday Energy, KBN Nation, as we get you ready for your jam-packed weekend. We're going to have some beautiful weather today. Going to be at the Brewers game tomorrow. Get y'all ready in the right way, and there's no better way to get you ready here on Kyle, Brust, and Norman than with Alex Strofe leading us in pole position.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position.
Yeah, it is Pole Position right here on KBS? No, KNS?
KNS.
No, wait, what is he in?
Or KKSN.
What is Ben in the KBN? Oh,
he's the B.
Well, he has been
KSN.
His initials are BB. That would make sense. KSN. Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, I guess I should say who these are from, shouldn't I?
Uh-oh, he got too much. Take a deep breath now.
You got that Friday.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
I love Fridays.
Yeah, I know you love Fridays. I promise I would keep you on the rails.
From the greatest radio producer in the business.
Okay, so Alex Strofe.
From Alex Strofe, Alex_Strofe on Twitter. Who is the biggest power couple in America? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, or Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet?
Wow, that's a bad poll. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It's a great poll.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Dude, they're like not even in the top 5 right now.
You do realize they're both billionaires by themselves, I believe.
Right, but I think if you ask
Jay-Z literally gets to decide who does performance at the halftime. A normal person.
Who the biggest power couple right now in America? I don't think anybody's going Jay-Z and Beyonce. In 2004, they might say that.
They're legitimately the biggest.
I think they've lost their novelty. Is the problem?
I would agree with Brian.
They've been together for so long. It's just sort of been, but like, you know,
I get what
Timothy
you're
Chalamet
saying.
and Jenner.
They're not even married.
Yeah, but it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. It's obviously T. Swift and Kelsey. I mean, there are people that dress up as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for Halloween.
That's true.
I mean, no one's dressing up for sure as Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner or Beyonce and Jay-Z, Kyle.
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it's old news, but I mean, yeah, if y'all want to play kids play, right? Child's play, sure. Go ahead.
Answer the poll.
You should have had neither. No option. It's a bad poll. A very bad poll.
Why this became a poll is because Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet were courtside at MSG.
Courtside. Cool.
And Latrell Sprewell.
Was he courtside?
He was courtside.
How?
Wow.
I thought he was broken homeless.
No, he's not homeless. He just had his boat repossessed.
That was
He has a place to lay his head, bro.
I thought he was broken homeless.
I know.
Jeez.
I heard rumors of people that had to
I think he works for MSG.
Oh, you know what? I think he did get a job. Yeah, I think they gave him a job.
What?
He was struggling.
I don't know.
Literally, I thought he was homeless and broke.
He was.
I've heard stories that they had to gotta shoo him out of places because he's never home.
No, they shoo him out.
I could be wrong.
They probably shoo him out of bars because he hangs out heavy on Brady Street. I told you he tried to hit on my girl one time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You front on him? You front?
I walk outside because this is before me and my girl were.
According to Latrell Sprewell's Twitter, he is currently doing community relations with Knicks and MSG media personality.
That sounds like an honorary title.
It is.
That doesn't sound like paid.
Anyway, he tweeted the other night. He said, "OMG, Kylie is even more beautiful in person," and it was a picture of him and Kylie Jenner. And
Chalamet, did he make the picture?
Chalamet was in.
Oh.
Wait,
I bet Chalamet took the picture.
Latrell Sprewell will be after everybody, woman.
So wait a minute. Kyle is finding a way to put him and Timothy Chalamet in the same sentence.
I'm not joking. We were at Joe Katz, and I walk outside, take a call. I come back inside, he done snaked his behind to be having a conversation with my girl. She was like, yeah. I was like, what was that?
Are we talking about your current girl?
Yeah. I was like,
we're talking about baby girl.
Baby girl. She said, yeah, that was just Latrell was talking to me. Some guy named Latrell. I guess he played in the NBA.
Some guy named
I was going for
Latrell.
5 minutes. She didn't know who she was. She don't want no old, washed up man. But
Were you proud?
What? I mean, Latrell.
I mean, that baby girl was so attractive.
Baby girl is very attractive, but Latrell Sprewell hits on anything that is somewhat attractive.
Oh.
And my girl's attractive, so I mean, he thought he was gonna hit the jackpack that night. He saw the thing that sucks. Not sucks. The thing that's weird. He saw me and her sitting at the table. He did. He was just waiting for us. So I left, and he waited for his opportunity to go try to hit on her.
Probably thought I could take that guy.
Yeah,
and he probably could.
I mean, let me tell you, Latrell Sprewell. I'm from Milwaukee. He from Milwaukee. He from the streets. I'm from the outskirts. I'm from Milwaukee, in the high numbers, 66 and Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good. He from the block. So, yes, Latrell Sprewell, I seen the way that he can fight, and I heard that he choked the coach. I'm not messing with him. Not messing with him.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, that's the truth. I ain't gonna act like a big buff and bad. Listen,
you're just a strange dude.
I can win some, you lose some. But I'm telling you, Latrell Sprewell, he has a loose screw. I don't care how old he is, and he's a big man.
According to Brad, he's broken, homeless.
If that's inaccurate, then I apologize. But I legitimately thought he was broken, homeless.
I mean, you could have pulled the punch there, though.
I mean, if it's true,
you pulled no punches.
Shout out to James Dolan, though. He seems to always help guys out.
Oh, wow.
The owner of the Knicks. What's next, Trophy?
I thought he was a bad guy.
He helped out, I think, Oakley one time. Or no, him and Oakley were into it.
Almost fought.
No, into it. But
we're going to get in a fight.
I know. I feel like he helps other players
this one
out.
from Jim, Matt, and Molly, weekdays 4 to 6, ESPN Madison. Are you a fan of the NFL schedule release videos released by teams?
I think they've gotten so outlandish that I'm no longer a fan. There was that Titans one from a couple of years ago where they asked people on the street about who they thought they were. That was hilarious. But now they've gotten so obscure and strange, and you can tell they're trying too hard. It was a good idea taken too far now.
I'm glad you said that, Brad, because I introduced you. Alex Strouf's top 4 NFL schedule release videos.
You better.
I say top 5 if you'd like.
The team that had to apologize for theirs.
That was the Colts. They take 32.
Oh, wow.
What did they do?
Rankings.
Oh, Brad, you're a clown now, too.
Okay. Sounds good.
I just got a text from somebody we'll leave unnamed. Latrell Sprewell one time grabbed both of my ears and started rubbing them.
And that's from a woman.
Oh, it was a man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, to each their own. Whatever people into, they into.
All right, number 1. The Atlanta Falcons. They did a Mario Kart parody. Very funny. Great jokes involved. Number 2, the Las Vegas Raiders. They did This Is Sports Center parodies, which were very funny.
Like that.
Number 3, it was the strangest one I saw. It was from the Cleveland Browns. It was their weird elf-looking mascot.
Yeah.
He was doing reverse time lapses and hypnotist stuff. I didn't understand it so much to the point that it landed number 3 on my rankings. We'll do 5. Number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It was good. They had the Wisconsin boys in it.
Former Badgers Nick Herbig and Keanu Benton were searching for Sasquatch.
Yeah, it was
quite long, but it was very good.
Very long. Casey Hayward turned out to be Sasquatch. It was so good.
And then number 5. Ooh, a couple of these.
What do you mean couple? You got to have a top 5.
Yeah, number 5. I will give it to the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. It was just dramatic music and a spinning Lombardi trophy. It had nothing to do with their schedule.
That's actually pretty cool.
It was just a spinning Lombardi trophy and very cinematic.
Where did Packers rank? Because I thought theirs was awful.
I didn't even watch the Packers this year.
I thought it was so bizarre.
I put it at number 27.
Okay, that's probably fair.
You have a lot of time on your hand.
I do this between the hours of 10 p.m. and 1 a.m.
Wow.
Okay, well,
I crushed 26 of the 32 last night. I only did 6 on Wednesday night.
So this is an incomplete.
No, I'm through it. We're good.
Oh, I thought you did 26. You did the other. Okay.
Man, to stay up till 1 a.m. watching these videos.
Wait, time out.
That's being in your 20s.
Wait a minute. What is this segment called?
Pole position.
What? Where's the poll?
Well, we did the poll on.
Do you like them? like these videos.
Okay. He stole it. It
was clearly an entry to just do power rankings.
It was for him. Yeah.
Obviously.
When Ben Brust is gone, Alex says, "This is my time to steal," and then he wants us to go to break because he obviously didn't prepare for the segment. Oh, I see why you and Ben Brust go back
how about
and
this
forth.
poll that got
go ahead and tell him about 3-Tree Marketing.
Well, let me tell you, these teams that put out their schedule release videos, they should have consulted with 3-Tree Marketing. I mean, 3-Tree Marketing is your go-to full-service branded merchandising agency that's going to tell your company's story to the fullest and the most refined degree. That's because whenever it comes to new teammates, business partners, creative merchandising, specialized gifting, onboarding kits, whenever you put your logo on something you can touch, feel, or experience, 3-Tree Marketing is absolutely experts at it. And guys, the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high than to actually swing and miss and to totally miss the boat on delivering your message. It might be irreparable damage to your company if it is marketed wrong. So 3-Tree Marketing will make sure it is marketed right. It's an amazing opportunity to showcase what your brand is all about, think outside the box, and they'll become an extension of your team. 3-Tree Marketing, the best in class when it comes to telling your company's story. Set an appointment today at 3treemarketing.com.
After Brock Purdy's contract extension making $53 million a year, is Packers quarterback Jordan Love at $55 million a year. Is he overpaid? 800-990-3776. We will continue that conversation. Remember, you can always watch and stream us live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Give us a like and give us a subscribe. But we're going to wrap up that conversation when we come back. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Milwaukee.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound 43, going to be a tight ride from Hampton all the way down through the Marquette, down to the KK River. The northbound side slowing down over the high rise as well, up to Keefe. Westbound 94, you're looking at delays out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from the zoo into about Calhoun. Got the eastbound side also backing up from Highway 16 all the way past Barker Road. So a tight ride for you. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, chance of showers far to the north, mostly cloudy and windy with a low of 52. And then tomorrow, slight chance for showers again, partly cloudy with a high of 64. Weather is brought to you by IKEA. Spring into savings at IKEA Oak Creek during their annual sidewalk sale, May 9th through the 26th. New deals added often, plus exclusive Friday mystery deals on May 16th and 23rd for IKEA family members. IKEA Oak Creek. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars night bobble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at brewers.com.
Your Pell experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Where's that higher love? I keep thinking
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Milwaukee. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, 800-990-3776. You can always call and text in on the Carbless Talk and Text line where less is more. I'm Kyle Wallace. He is Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter. He is
DJ Strofe.
And here it is. No Ben Brust today. Ben Brust is on assignment. Do we still say that?
What does that mean?
On assignment. He's on assignment down in.
Does assignment mean a work capacity?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he's working something.
I'm sure he is.
He's texted me like 6 times.
Oh,
is he listening?
I don't know.
Oh, so it's not show related.
Wait,
no, it is show related, but I don't know if he's listening.
Oh, very interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting. Now, Brad Nortman, we kind of had to live through something called your trauma. And we all have trauma, right? Even the best of us have some type of trauma that we've had currently in our life or in our past that we had to move past. And unfortunately today, based off the conversation we were having, we had Brad Nortman relive his trauma of losing in the Super Bowl 50 at that. And we actually rewatched the video of Cam Newton not picking up the fumble. Now, Brad Nortman saw it and he got up and he said, he was upset. But Brad, let's say Cam Newton never fumbled. Let's say Cam Newton led his offense, the number one offense in the NFL that year, down the field for a touchdown to put you all up. And let's say your defense, that was a stout defense, holds, and you win a Super Bowl. Brad Nortman, would you still be here with us here on KBN? That's a long sigh.
Probably not, Kyle.
What?
I mean, maybe. That's the thing. There are moments in our life, critical moments in our life, where you wonder, man, if things went different, I wonder how that would change my life. And that Super Bowl is one of them. Because I'm not going to lie. Played in the Super Bowl. It was a whirlwind. Most of my memories of it, of the game itself, outside of me punting pretty decent, it was negative, right? Because we lost. So the whole thing is colored negatively. But we went back and looked, and the Panthers, we had the ball down 6 with 4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I didn't
so that
realize
would be tailor-made for a walk down the field, score a touchdown, and win. And I didn't realize it was that close, and it all came rushing back of the pain of losing the Super Bowl. And I wondered to myself, man, where would I be? Where would I be if I would have won the Super Bowl? Because
you
here's
wouldn't
why.
be right here with us.
But if you're a Super Bowl champion, Kyle, Maybe I never would have went to Jacksonville. Maybe they try to keep running it back for as long as we can to maybe try to stay in Carolina. Maybe I never leave Carolina because I'm a Super Bowl champion in the city of Charlotte. So maybe I don't move back to Milwaukee. Maybe I stay and move to Charlotte. It's interesting to see the way one domino falls, and I would maybe never even know the names. Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe.
Damn, we played against each other in high school.
Still wouldn't know your name.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So I just wonder.
That's fine.
I just wonder, would I still be here? Would KBN be a thing if Cam Newton would have just jumped on the ball?
Well, Brad, if you would have came back, I do know your price for what you get paid here. I don't know how much you get paid, but I do know if you were a Super Bowl winner.
It went up. It went up for sure.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. For sure.
My introduction on the show would be completely different. Be Super Bowl champion Brad Nortman. Second place Brad would not be a nickname. Yeah, and maybe I'd be different. Maybe my disposition would be different. Maybe I'd be less, maybe I'd be more of a jerk because, I'm more believing in my abilities and whatnot. Who knows? Who knows how life would be different?
I'm going to be honest with you, Brad. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be. I mean, listen, you're a Super Bowl champion. You can do what you want. You're a punter. Right? As a punter, I mean, you want Chris Jackie. He wasn't that great of a field goal kicker. He wasn't. He was decent, but he wasn't that great of a field goal. Chris Jackie still has some pull around Wisconsin simply because he was a field goal kicker when the Packers won the Super Bowl. So, Brad, I'm telling you this right now. Had you won a Super Bowl, you and Carolina, both of the Carolinas, you would have had some pull. You could have made some moolah.
I would have. And additionally, I remember talking to Matt Stover. He's a former kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. He won a Super Bowl for them. Whenever he is even around the team, he can, at a moment's notice, go do all these different speaking engagements. He gets in the door. He's given credibility because he's a Super Bowl champion, not a Super Bowl runner-up. And let me tell you, what he's fetching for those speaking engagements.
How much is he getting? What is he getting, like, $5,000 per engagement?
Add a zero onto that, Pat.
What?
He's getting like $50K.
Oh, hell, Brad.
Think about that.
Brad,
big deal. Big deal.
Cam Newton cost you a lot. He cost you millions of dollars.
He did.
He did. Because, Brad, let me tell you,
up with Cam.
You're intelligent.
Oh, Homer's trying to bump on here. Hey, Homer.
Excuse me.
Homer's still trying to bump.
You're all Homer. Go ahead.
There's only one reason you got to the Super Bowl, buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah, and what was his name?
Luke Kuechly.
Oh.
Yeah. But Cam got me there, and he didn't get me all the way there.
You experienced a Super Bowl because of one person.
Yeah, Cam was pretty magical that year.
Yeah, he was magical until he decided not to jump on football, which cost my boy Brad millions of dollars in earnings.
What would you be thinking of him if he never made the Super Bowl? Your introduction for him would be a little bit different. Guy who kicked in the NFL. Now, he's a Super Bowl player in the NFL, right? Is that not how you promote him?
Yeah, Super Bowl runner-up.
Yeah, when you would promote him, said, thanks to Cam Newton, Super Bowl punter.
He would be Rose Bowl, competitor, competed in the Rose Bowl.
Again, probably thanks to Russell Wilson for that one as well, and thank you to Monte Ball for the other.
Hey, you deserve more credit for that one, the fake punt.
That's true. That's true.
You do. Well, Brad Nortman, I'm glad.
But I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad you did not win a. I'm not glad that you did not win a Super Bowl. I wish you did win a Super Bowl, but I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that path took you this way. Cam Newton not jumping on the football had you and I now have our path crossed.
I'm thankful for that.
Excuse me, one other thing.
It was, yes, sir.
They win the Super Bowl. He ain't here.
Hell no.
That's what we were saying. Probably never even move back, and KBN's everything.
Matt Stover's getting $50,000 every time he speaks.
Not from me.
Yeah, well, from people in Baltimore.
They need to be talked to.
People
He's a Super Bowl champion.
I don't care. He's a kicker.
We'll continue this conversation about kickers being overpaid, kind of like Jordan Love may be overpaid in some people's minds here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Keep it locked. We are going to get you ready for your weekend coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What are you going to do with the video?
It was going to be on Snapchat if I got the pick right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed more than 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it is wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are actually in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has more than 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy today. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, y'all know what that means. That means we getting you ready for the weekend here. We want you to get down on it as we lead you up into the Homer Hour here on ESPN Milwaukee from 5 until 6, which leads you into your weekend. And that is Alex Strofe at the sports desk for KBN Sports Desk.
Still didn't get it right.
The Kyle Brust and Nortman Sports Desk. Hey.
Are you guys aware who is currently leading the PGA Championship?
Some no name.
Well, now I'm looking at it. Johnny Vegas?
Johnny Vegas.
Best name in
Isn't
golf.
Johnny Vegas the greatest name in professional sports?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's like what they call drunk idiots at 3 a.m. on the strip. Johnny Vegas. He's about to win not about to win it, but he's in first place.
He will not win.
Oh, wow. He's got a pretty nice lead right now, though.
Not
whatever you want to bet.
Who do you think's going to win?
somebody other than Johnny Vegas.
But you're just taking the field?
Yeah, he's not that good.
Way to go out on a limb.
Homer, we're taking a trip.
I heard that.
You want to go to Pittsburgh?
Oh, he smiled. Homer's coming.
Homer.
Come on, Holmes.
I'm not coming.
You could bunk with Ben. Homer and Ben. I mean, that would be a hell of a room.
You guys are cut from the same cloth.
You just hear a lot of this all night. Well, not all night. But
No,
all day.
I've been kicked out of bathrooms. I snore like crazy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I've been kicked out. We went with my kid to a trip, and they kicked me out of the area where
Can I ask
everybody
you a
would
personal
sleep.
question?
Okay, well.
Sure.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want. Do you and your wife still share a room?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So Homer, you do realize you can get nasal strips that can assist with that.
Yeah, there's
Why are you looking at me? What,
advancements.
Homer, I'm
Tons
not
of advancements.
telling you to do it. I'm just making sure you know that there's options to. Maybe your wife wants to have a really good night sleep.
I think Homer's very sick of Kyle this week.
No, he's right. I never gave that any thought.
Have you tried anything to help your snoring?
No.
Never?
Never.
What about you? Don't need a CPAP?
But you're
machine or anything
historically
like
I'm
that?
not doing that.
Oh, my brother did it. He said he didn't know he wasn't getting good sleep.
Well, but I want to emphasize the snoring doesn't bother me.
That's fair.
I sleep great.
It's a great point.
I know. I'm telling you this right now. Well, no. I'm not telling you anything. I'm telling you, my
See how
brother.
careful he